is that adorable Miss Angie.
Hi,
Angie
how
Lou.
are you all today?
How are you, Angie? How was your birthday? Tell us,
It was
share.
good. Oh, my birthday was great, 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 great. I slept all day. Like I pulled your daily card and it was like, oh, you have to get some rest this weekend. And I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna do that because I have all this stuff planned and I literally slept all day. I worked my second job the day before. And so when I got home, I was like, oh no, I want to get my eyebrows waxed. So then,
And they look good.
but she told me I look skinny, so I was like, oh, okay.
Hey, that's a double right there.
Right, because she was snatching them. So
Was that
then
before or after the tip?
that was before. So I gave her an extra tip, like, woo woo, I like when you say that. So I got my eyebrows arched and I came back. I was like, oh well, let me lay down a little while. We're gonna go to dinner. In that time, I was knocked out dead sleep. Keena came over and sat at my house for 45 minutes. My other sister made reservations. They canceled reservations at the restaurants and all that. I was like, Keena, why didn't you wake me up? Well, you look tired. When I woke up, I had nothing but cakes on the table.
The
I had
bunt ones?
yeah, the little cakes up. I had a
Yeah.
whole dozen of those on the table. I had two gift bags on the table. I had already received my gifts. These are the bracelets that Naturally Divine Goddess made me special for my birthday from Don.
Beautiful. Love them.
One is success and one is protection. I love them both. So one is like blue and black.
I
And
love the blue stones. They're
I
beautiful.
do. Aren't they pretty?
What's beside the blue? There's like the light blue, and then there's a
Oh,
dark blue, or what is that?
I think it's black, like that. Like, so that's the light blue, and then I
That
think
one.
it's black.
Right.
Yeah, but I love them both and I wear them together. And then this one is really pretty too. I like the earthy colors on this one.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Very
I've
nice.
been wearing them all weekend. They are very, very pretty.
And they come with affirmations.
Yeah, they come with a little card. And where did I put the card? I had it all set. It comes in a cute little bag. Oh my gosh, what did I do with the bag? I'll have to tell my son to bring it to me. But it comes in a cute little bag and it has a little card in there and it tells you like what it means, prosperity, success, or whatever it is. And then it has the little message on there. And then there was a card. And so it was beautiful. I love them, both of them.
Very nice.
And then Keena made me this glass. I don't know if you can see it, but wait. It says A5Says.
Oh, I
She
see what you just were. Yeah.
so right there it says A5Says. She
Yeah.
made them for me. I would like to say that I got an overabundance of wine glasses.
Well, somebody knows.
So Keena made this one too. It has a Pisces sign on it.
Yeah, nice.
And then I got another one that said it's a Lewis thing. And then I got another one that said just A5. And then my sister and my niece also brought me wine glasses too. Lots of wine glasses. I have more than enough wine glasses. So
Did
immediately
anybody
when
bring
I
you
got,
wine?
huh?
Did anybody bring you wine?
No.
Who
But
coordinated this? Who coordinated this?
I always have a supply of wine, so there was no problem. As
Oh,
soon
I
as I
see.
took this out the bag, I went right in the kitchen and opened my wine and poured in my new glass.
That's great.
And
That's
I
great.
got the perfume lotions that I want. I got everything I wanted, like so much stuff. It was deliveries coming and coming and coming and coming. I was so excited about all this stuff. And I was supposed to do a video, but I started wearing the stuff. And so you couldn't really do a video then because I had already wore everything. But yes, it was a lovely, lovely, lovely birthday. And I still have stuff coming. So it was good. Oh, and so then the next day after I woke up, we we went to dinner. We went to the Cheesecake Factory because the kids were very upset. Like, we go to dinner every single birthday. And they were like, we're not going to dinner. Like, is she not happy? Like, what's wrong with her? We're not going. So we went to dinner. And then we came home and I was so full. I went back to sleep again for like 3 or 4 more hours. So, like you predicted, I got all the rest that I was supposed to get this weekend, like a very young person. Like, I couldn't believe how much I slept. But it was
That
good.
is interesting. That is interesting, especially when you think of the card saying need you rest, and you definitely got your rest.
And I even put a comment on your daily download that said, I don't think I'm going to get any rest. And I immediately got a lot of rest. That's what happened. And
Very
then,
nice.
and today is Divine Goddess 302. Tanisha, today is her birthday.
Oh yes, that's right. Yes.
So hopefully she's on here. I'm not sure. I was talking to her earlier, but I don't know if she's on here. But
Well,
lots
happy
of
birthday,
Pisces
Miss Tanisha.
all week.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yep. So that was my day.
Very nice.
And it was 80 degrees, so that was even better. Like, I like it hot. So I felt like the sun was shining directly on me.
Very good. Very good. Well, sometimes, this week for me has just been a bit crazy. It's just, I don't know. The energy has been all over the place. It's kind of up and down and in and out. And it's like, I don't know. Sometimes it just comes and goes. And when it comes in bursts. And then when it goes, it's gone. It's gone.
I fired my whole team today. I was like, Samuel, all of y'all can get out. I'm done with all of y'all. I'm not talking to y'all. Just leave me alone.
Yeah, it's been a crazy kind of energy. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the new moon because, the new moon was.
Well, new moons don't ever do me right. Like, I always have a rough time with new moons. I either cry all day or I'm very tired. I'm very much like new moons don't ever work well with me. And a new moon in Pisces is like super extra overly emotional.
Yeah. It was like the double whammy for you. And today is the second, so it is the day of the new moon. So
the exact day of the new moon.
I've had a few friends, especially one specific friend, whom has been in my test case, and I do readings on events to see how the readings line up with that event, and then I do it. And so I've tested a few of the new moon readings, and the new moon readings are not special; they're just the usual. But when I do a full moon reading on a reading on a full moon, wow. I mean, the energy is outrageous. So for me, I guess I'm just not someone who is moved very much by the new moon. It doesn't really tilt the scale much, but a full moon, it's like, boom, man, it's all over the place. So
A
I
new
don't know
moon
if the new moon just doesn't work.
Obviously, whatever I ask them to get rid of on the full moon, on the new moon, they just make it come all out in tears.
They bring it all back. It's like, wait a minute, that's not what it was supposed to happen.
Just, she wanted to go, we'll make it go through tears. We'll just pour it out of her.
Just a little more wine, please. Garçon, garçon.
Keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Exactly. Fill her up.
But that's about it. Yeah.
Does that come with a spigot?
I have another funny story. So I buy these oils and stuff for my hair, right? And so tea tree oil is supposed to be good for your scalp. So I bought this big old bottle of pure tea tree oil. And I pour it in some other oils. I have this other bottle of oil. So I pour it in there and I must have poured way too much in there, right? So I oil my hair with it. I go to work. And I'm like, wow, tea tree oil is very strong. I must have started to get hot at work and like it felt like it was going through my brain. My eyes were watery. It was so strong. You couldn't smell nothing but tea tree oil everywhere. I was like, oh my God. My friend who mixes her own oil, she's like, I only put a couple drops. I said, a couple drops? I just took the bottle, was like, that was so much tea tree oil. My car smelled like tea tree oil. My pillow smelled like tea tree oil. I had to change my sheets. I had to change my clothes. I had to wash my hair and my hair. Like I had to wash everything and let it sit like with conditioner on it. It was so strong. It was making my eyes burn. Like I thought it was dripping down into my eyes. Like that was the strongest thing in my life. I was like, I'm about to kill myself. He was like, it is kind of strong.
Good thing it didn't burn your scalp.
I will never do that again. Like that bottle of tea tree oil will be here for the rest of my life because I'm never. It was the worst ever. And I remember a long time ago, I had put some in some lotion, and my sister's boyfriend, he used to cut his hair bald. Mm-hmm. And so he took some of the lotion and put it on his head. And he was like, why is my hair burning? What's in that lotion? She was like, Angie put tea tree oil in her lotion.
That's funny. That's hilarious.
Just a warning, people, don't play around with tea tree oil. You will kill her. It is
Or if you do it, use it very
strong.
carefully.
Very careful. Like,
It's
oh
very
my gosh, it is awful.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Less is more.
I've been
Definitely.
chatting away, and I haven't even paid attention to people popping in. I was just not even because that wasn't on my screen. I'm like, where's my chats? And I'm like, oh, it's
Oh,
there.
I see them all. Angel Eyes, Creating Balance, Rosa, Naturally Divine Goddess, Beautiful Sagittarius, aka Farah. Angel
Parole.
Monica. Oh, Parole. Yeah. Oh, it's
Mhm.
like the list is long.
But distinguished.
Yes.
Bree 445. Angel Monica, you mentioned her, didn't you? I think you did.
Lisa Cat is back. Hi, Lisa.
Carol Ann Vasquez. Holy
Oh my
moly.
gosh.
Y'all jumped in when I wasn't even paying attention. Rem, nice to see you, Rem. Everybody jumping in there. Okay, super. Oh my goodness. Well,
Tina, I hope you're keeping up.
well, Angie and I often do a celebrity before we get rolling, and we didn't even come up with one before we went online. And then one popped in my head, which is Jennifer Lawrence. And so,
Oh,
should we read for her? Or do you want to just get right into it?
we can do it.
Super. Let's do that. Let's do one for Jennifer Lawrence.
Okay, let me try and. I was trying to stream it, but it is not letting me do it. So.
Stream what?
I was trying to put. Oh wait, here we go, right here. I wanted to put us up on the screen because I like to watch us and watch us.
Like once is not enough, right?
I need to see. Well, look, okay. So I like to see it big on the TV, so it looks like a TV show. So it's like putting me in the mind frame of that's us on our TV show. So
Oprah, you watching?
Right. So I get used to seeing me on TV.
There you go. There you go. It's
Okay, Jennifer Lawrence. She just had a baby?
Did she?
Is that correct? I
I
think
don't know.
she's the one. I think so.
I'm so bad with those that whole group.
I
don't
thought
know.
I saw something in the news where I don't know. All right, well, let's just see if I can get anything.
The one thing that came to me instantly is I don't think she's going to be very successful with the award season. I don't sense that she's going to be having a great award season. And I know that the Oscars and all that stuff's coming up soon, but I feel that she's not really going to go home with a little trophy this year. I also think that I see that I'm getting the sense that she has like three films lined up, and unfortunately, two of the next three, I'm not getting a good feeling from them. It's like the third one comes back. Mm-hmm.
I was just as you were saying that, I was like, they're not doing another one of those Hunger Games movies, are they?
Not that I know of.
Okay, I didn't think so, but I did feel like there were some new movies, but I was like, I haven't heard anything about them. So whatever she's doing, it seems to be very low key. And I didn't feel any excitement. Like I didn't feel like, oh, okay, these are going to be great. I don't even feel like these are really what she wanted to do. Like I feel like it's, you got to keep the scripts going and the movies coming. But I don't feel like it's something that she wanted to do. Like she is really, excited about doing it. Yeah. And I think it'll come across like if she has to do like press for them, it'll come across as she's kind of like not being authentically happy about it, and this is just what I have to do, but it doesn't seem like that's what she wants to do. Yeah.
What I felt also was that one of the movies, especially one of the lesser successful movies, I'll put it that way. One of the movies would be lesser successful that she's in. She kind of had to take it as part of a kind of a deal to get the other one. Kind of, so she had to take like it's a two-for deal. And she really didn't want the one so much, but she wanted that second one. So it was like this, if you want this one, we're going to give you this kind of money, but you got to take this one too. And I don't know if they do that in Hollywood, but that's what I'm getting. I'm getting that feeling like she had to, as part of the negotiation, she had to do two because of the production company situation, or I don't know what it is. But I also see her running. She's already running her own production company. I see that already. So that's not something new. I guess I don't know. We'll have to figure that later. But I'm sensing the fact that she actually has her own production company already, and that again, the third in the line, the next three, the third one in the line is one of her own production company ones, and so that's why that one seems more important to her than the others, because this is her baby. This is part of leaving her legacy, building her legacy, and
I would okay, so maybe that's why I was getting the vibe like that she didn't like it wasn't her excitement because if you have to take a 2 for 1, then that's probably why I didn't feel the excitement. But I also keep hearing the word motherhood, motherhood. I'm not sure if she did, but I do feel like she just. I feel like I just saw that she just had a baby, and they're showing me the Emperor's card with that belly again. So I'm thinking that she just had a baby, and so she'll be strong into motherhood. Because it seems to be like a deep desire of her. I don't think I've ever heard her say anything about it, but it feels like something that you secretly want to do and you don't let everybody know, and then when you get the opportunity, you're like, oh, okay. But I think she's very gonna be a very out of the media type mom. Like she's not gonna do that, and so maybe after these three, or maybe these were lined up in anticipation, and so I think she's gonna disappear for a little while. And we're not gonna see her that much.
yeah, which makes sense because that production company working behind the scenes, that whole process. The other thing though that I did see is that I do see her showing up on TV, but I don't see her on like regular TV. I see her like on a Netflix deal or something like that. I see her on a limited series, and I think that she's going to do very well in that medium. For some reason, that medium works for her, and so I see her, even though she's still going to continue to do the big stuff. I see her moving to the smaller screen for a limited series thing, and it's going to do very well for her. She's going to, that somehow will suit her style very well.
That is very popular. Like everything that comes on, people are like, "Oh, did you see the series?" I'm like, "Do they have to make everything a series? What happened to just like an hour and a half movie? I don't want to be committed for seven shows. Like, just give me that 1 hour and a half. I think y'all put too much in there, but that is where everyone seems to be going, is back to that limited series. So I can see her being very
I do like them when they dump them all at one time though, so you can binge watch the entire thing. But it's like you get 7 hours of a movie, so you really get to develop character, you get to develop all these things. So I'm one of these people who, if it's a good series, I like it because I love watching it and seeing.
There's
more
so many of them, I can't even keep up with them. People are like, "Did you watch it? Did you watch?" No, I'm still watching reruns of Big Bang Theory and Friends. I just have not.
I still love my Big Bang Theory. And it's funny because I didn't watch it when it was on. I did not watch it when it was on.
Okay, so I didn't watch the first couple seasons, and the only reason I started watching is because of Leonard was on Roseanne, and he was dating the daughter, not Becky, but Darlene on there. And so I was like, oh, he's on a new show. So that's how I started watching it.
Right.
I originally didn't watch it when it first started, but it was probably a couple seasons in.
Well, then you should know that Penny was on Charmed. Penny was at the very end, like what next to last season and last season, or just the last season. I think it's the next to last and last season. Penny, what came on the show, her and her sister on the show, and then she had to bring her sister from the dark side or something, and then eventually whatever. But Penny was on the show, and she was being trained by the Charmed ones. Yes.
I did not know that. I haven't gotten that far. Look, I abandon my series all the time and come back. Like I am like season 3 of like 4 different shows. It's too much. It's overwhelming to be like, oh, I'm gonna watch 1 through 7. I don't have that much time in my life. Like sleep takes a lot of time.
Well, I saw that show as it played because I didn't follow it. My better half did, and I watched it. And then usually on Friday mornings and sometimes on Saturday mornings, I'll wake up and on TV is Charmed, and I'm like, oh,
I did, and I haven't watched the new one. Keena has watched the old one and the new one about 50 times, like the whole series from end to end. I just don't have that dedication.
I'm not a fan of the new one. It didn't. I only watched a little bit of the first season, and I'm like, okay, this really isn't where I want to be.
Keena said it progressed really fast. Like it seemed to move too fast. So I didn't watch it that much either.
I hear you. Well, I think that's it then for Miss Lawrence. I think we've gotten kind of worked.
We went all the way to another.
I know. Well, hopefully, Jennifer Lawrence, hopefully you'll get something from that. But the most important thing that I got is she'll continue with her career. But I get the sense, most importantly, she's controlling her career, and that's she's calling the shots. But I do see her progressing. But I see her progressing again in her own way, and that's important. That's good. So, with that said, our first question for the night, and again, thank you everybody for popping in. We definitely enjoy seeing you guys. The very first person that we're going to read is Xena Maldonado. Again, I say it over and over again. I just love that last name. I just love it.
And don't forget, guys, to put specific or general in there when you do it. And then when you say specific, you have to list a question so Keena can find it.
And so Xena Maldonado said, specific question, will the seller on eBay be replying back to me about the sweater I'm trying to get for my son? Will he be responding to me sometime this week? Thank you.
As you read the word sweater, I heard the word no. So I don't know. And if somebody, this is just my general opinion, but I did hear the word no. If I am contacting you and you're not contacting me back, then that's poor customer service, and I just probably won't even continue the order. And I'm pretty sure it's something special and specific for your son. But I immediately heard the word no when I read the word sweater. So I don't know that he's too busy, but I just think that it like from the way that I hear it, it seems like just poor customer service at this time.
Super. Well, I'm going to go with that. And I'm going to go with what Angie said. My vibe is maybe, I don't know. My vibe is this a negotiation question in the sense of negotiating or whatever? But for some reason, I'm not feeling positive about it.
Yeah.
I didn't get a positive vibe. But I
Like
don't know.
like if I even felt like the room in here seemed a little bit dimmer, like the energy went low, like no, and you probably are better off if he doesn't.
But again, if something doesn't work out, then it wasn't meant for you. So the good part is you'll find something probably better. So keep that in mind. Because again, usually when divine timing happens, it's for a reason.
Right.
And we can't
Unless,
explain it,
like,
but
did she send him something to make the sweater? Like, I mean, I would just be like, forget it. Unless you've already paid him. Like, I just don't see him responding back. So if you've already paid him, you may have to put in some kind of claim or something. But I don't feel that he's going to call back.
Yeah, I just see it just didn't feel positive. So I'm going with that. The next is Rosa and the specific spirit. What's new and good to look forward to this March and April? Thanks. So you're asking, Rosa, you're asking specifically what your spirits are giving you as information for March and April. I'm guessing that's what you're asking for. Or are you just asking us, what is spirit telling us that we are feeling for you for March and April? Let's go with that one. What is spirit telling us? Let's see. Excuse me, I should have muted that before I coughed. Blown everybody's ears out. Rosa.
I keep hearing job. Are you transferring me to a new job? And when I said the word job, I got the word joy, like I got laughter in my ears. Like you're pulling back from being on the front line. Like you are going to be more behind the scenes. I just got joy and laughter, like you're giggling. But I see you I see a whiteboard behind you. I see you in front of a classroom or a bunch of okay, you're a teacher. Oh, I'm a teacher, but you're manifesting a new job. I definitely still see you in front of a classroom. Well, in March and April, isn't school still in? School isn't out till May, so you just go abandon the kids. Just checking.
No, I think she's looking for a job, and then when the school year ends, she'll probably take the opportunity at that point to.
I did hear the word job. I did see joy. Are you trying to bump up to like I feel like there's an age progression, like your next set of people will be older. I don't know if you're looking to go into like adult education, but they don't seem to be littles anymore. It seems to be a more mature group of children or group of people that you're teaching. I do see the whiteboard. I do see the desk. I do see you being in front of it, but I feel like there's a giddiness and a newness. Like maybe it's a new subject, it's everything is new, and that you have a little bit more control over it in this sense when you get this new job. So I don't know that the job will start then. Maybe you'll start interviewing, or you'll hear about stuff coming to the for the future, or maybe are you trying to teach over the summer? Because I hear June. No, June would be the end of the school year. So maybe that's when you'll find out. Or maybe you'll continue to teach over the summer. Like maybe you'll teach adult classes over the summer. But I do feel like you are bumping up the age group and that you will be teaching. Like I feel like they're adults. I don't feel like they're children. So if they're not adults, they're like juniors, seniors in high school. Or maybe you're teaching like a summer school class or something. But I definitely see you, it feels new. It doesn't feel like your current energy. Like I hear the word stale energy. It the exact words I heard was it's not the old stale energy from where you're at now. It's new energy from where you're going.
Am I back yet?
You're back. But it flipped us.
There we go.
Okay.
I see your picture, but I hear your voice, but I don't see you moving. So I don't know if my thing is still
Oh
not
no,
synced.
how can you
It
see
may
me
be
now?
just me. It may be just
Oh,
me. I'm not synced yet.
okay.
Do you see me moving at least?
That's why I put it on the TV too, so I can see it too. So on the TV, we're still moving, and here I can
Okay.
see us both moving. Yes.
Yeah. So probably mine will just have to update and connect eventually.
Okay.
So that's okay. It's all good. What did I miss?
We're still talking about Rosa and
Rosa? Okay.
this
Well,
summer.
Rosa, what I got was first of all was the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is again moving forward to a happier time, a better situation, and yes, moving, which is good. King of Swords, again, you're going to get what you want, but you're going to be meeting with a gentleman. The gentleman is going to have from what I can tell, he's going to be like a business-oriented person, a person who is very take charge, very matter of fact. This person is going to interview you. You're going to have a good interview with them. You're going to eventually get the job. This is the Seven of Wands, which is Six of Wands. Sorry, right? Six. Yeah, the Six of Wands, which means rising above. If you look here, the wreath. The wreath is celebration again, rising above. It's still going to be in like an institutional setting, so it's going to be in a large setting. So I don't know if it's going to be like a hospital situation, like a medical situation, or a again maybe another school, or maybe even a different level, maybe college or something. But it's going to be in another type of a larger institution, more of an institutional situation. So you could be working maybe even for the state, maybe a state job or something. But I do see you moving on. But and of course the education experience is important because that's what's going to be what they're drawing on. That's why they're staying with the institutional side. And then the chakras here, the energy, a lot of energy around this new job, a lot of excitement. You'll be very happy for it. Your chakras are lined up, which means the timing is also lined up properly. So it's going to be good. So what I'm getting is, yes, this is going to be a good opportunity. It's going to work out. And but that's not for now. Again, this is the process because you asked for March and April. So this is the process you're going through during March and April to finally land the opportunity. So when June comes along and school is over, then you can move forward. So is anybody there? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear
Okay.
everything that you're saying. Oh, and I can see the comments. She's saying that's cool. Woohoo! Like she's responding.
Oh yeah, I see the comments moving too. I just don't see you moving, Angie. But we're
Oh,
again,
really?
that'll probably rectify itself in a few minutes or a minute or so. But yeah, the comments are flying in. Hello, Sherry Berry. Nice to see you. So yeah, that's what's happening, Rosa. You're going to be you'll be interviewing and getting the job, and you're going to land it. Again, the job that you're going to get is this gentleman. Again, he's going to be kind of he's going to be kind of like he's going to be a little bit intimidating. And so you're going to feel a little bit of intimidation when you meet with him, but don't go there. That's not his intention. He just is that kind of a very more formal person than you're used to in a school setting. So so go with that though. He's going to be very welcoming, and he's going to be wanting you there. So again, he's on your side. Work with him.
I heard tweed jacket when you said intimidating, like he's gonna be like a professor, like he's really gonna have on a tweed jacket. I don't know. Is that better?
Did I lose you? Are we okay?
No, I'm still here, but is it better?
Yes, it's better. Yep.
Okay, there you go.
Yes, I see you now. Let me get the chats back. There we go. I lost all the chats, but that's okay.
Mm.
That's okay. So we're good.
Kina, you'll have to repost it for.
Yeah, all of China, even all of Kina's chats to us are gone.
Oh, wait, let me see. Oh,
Sorry,
that's
Kina.
bad. Kina was up. Well, she was only up to number 5 in question.
Oh, that's
She's
good.
about to-
Whoops, cards flying out. Don't even know
Oh,
who
we're
they're
on
flying
number
to.
3, so she just reposted number 3 for you in there. It's Naturally Divine Goddess.
Super, super. We will do that. Hopefully, Rosa, that helped you. Hopefully, it gave you some direction. But yeah, it's gonna be the next 2 months, just more focused on the job and the new opportunities. You will be leaving, of course. You will be changing jobs, as we've talked about before. And so this is that preparation for that. This is going to be a 2 month span, but it's going to pay off immensely. So enjoy your interviews. Relax in them. Be comfortable in them, and they're going to come through for you. With that said, let's move on to divine. Yes, that naturally divine goddess. And her question is, what messages does this moon have for me?
And the new moon is not my favorite, but let me see.
Actually, I think the new moon does well for Shauna. I think Shauna really does well in the new moon. Her energy is very much in sync with that energy. So I think that this is going to be good for you. I think this new moon is going to bring in a little bit of a insight, a little bit of clarity, and
I heard growth.
Mm-hmm.
Growth.
Yeah. Change is coming. There you go. Tower card, change is coming. Again, that's that growth. Again, I think you've been expanding anyway, but I think that this is probably going to be another like leap in the direction you're going to be. I mean, Lord have mercy. You haven't come anywhere close to where you're going to be, Shauna. I mean, your skill sets are amazing already, but they're going to be phenomenal. Look at this. You're in control too. You in control and take control. You're not going to miss an opportunity, that's for sure, because this is that strong feminine energy that's just like, boom, I'm there. I'm taking control. And I'm loving that. I'm loving that. Look at this. And again, the stars are lined up. This is the energy, that chakra energy. It's the star card. The light is so close to this, it makes the cards kind of disappear. So
it does a little bit.
There you go.
Oh, there it is right there. That's good.
Yeah, if I get close enough, it works like this. So yeah, Shauna, I think that I'm sensing that this new moon is going to actually open up another it's going to open up some insight on another ability, and that ability, another ability for you, and you're going to say, holy crap, it's going to be like, man, once they open that door a little bit, it's been flowing, and this is going to be an additional flow for you. I see that.
I heard emotional fulfillment, like you're trying to control your irritation emotion. Like when you get irritated, you seem to get less than friendly. So so they're telling me you're trying to be you're looking for emotional fulfillment, like where you're more in control of that, and you don't like, you know, once you get to that irritation level, you don't just, and the word they're using is pop off. Like that's the word that they're saying. But it does seem like you are getting that. Like you've been trying to, balance out your emotional uh highs and lows. And so they are saying that that is coming. Like that is the growth that you'll get, where you'll notice that things that used to be like, yeah, I'm about to let them have it, you're a little bit more even keeled about it. And it doesn't even, not to the point where you're having to bite your tongue down so hard that you think you're going to bite through, but to the point where it doesn't even bother you. You just kind of wish them well and keep moving. So I feel like that is one of the things that you've secretly been working on. Like you don't really voice that a lot. And so maybe that's the one thing that you're trying to control, that emotional hot burst. So that's all I got.
I test it literally every Thursday morning. She's like, darn you. I've taught her patience just because she has to deal with me every Thursday morning.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But I feel like maybe like I heard the word vendors, like maybe you're getting a little irritated with maybe vendors or other people that you're getting supplies from. But I do feel like that you are, just kind of taking it as a struggle of having your own business and smoothing it out without letting it make you blow your top. So you are very much working on those areas, and it is showing. And Spirit is saying, We're here. It'll help." And at the beginning of the reading, while Don was reading, I was looking like, okay, so I was like, "Samuel, are you here?" He was like, "Yes, Miss Angie, I'm here." And then I heard, "Yes, I'm here." That was Irene. I said, "Oh, hell, here she comes."
She brought all the attitude back with her.
Hopefully she won't interrupt this reading. So this live, because she is not the one. Her last name should be Maldonado.
That's hilarious.
Okay,
That's hilarious.
I'm ready.
And by the way, one more reminder for everybody: Naturally Divine Goddess is Shauna. She'll be back tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. She'll be flying solo tomorrow because I'm on a plane tomorrow, so I will not be here. And so she's flying solo and going to have to carry the weight on her own, but she does a great job, as we know, so she can handle it. If anything, maybe even better because she don't have to deal with my mess.
And
then
I'll tune in, and
saying,
she'll show you the braces that she made. This is what I got for my birthday from Dawn. One for prosperity, no, one for success and one for protection. They're beautiful.
And they were made specifically by Shauna, specifically for Angie, to make sure that it encompassed what it is Shauna felt she needed at the time. So
Yeah.
So if you need jewelry and if you need beauty creams and stuff, look up Naturally Divine Goddess. It's on Linktree, and you can reach her products. So hook her up, check her out, and go visit her site. You'll love it. And then let's see. Yeah, Shauna will be on Twitch. Creating Balance is asking, will Shauna be on Twitch? Yes, she will be on Twitch. I think so. Yeah, I'm almost certain. Right, Shauna?
Yes, because I think I've seen her on Twitch.
I think she is as well. But I'm almost certain she is. But we'll find out. Let's see. I saw your face. She'll let us know. Shauna, let us know if you're gonna be on Twitch tomorrow for sure as well. So with that said, next is number 4, JoJo.
Hi.
JoJo. And JoJo is, sorry, I should have to hit the button, don't I? Oh, Lord have mercy. JoJo has a specific question. Is there any goals I should be setting or concentrating on to help me be successful in the future?
Sorry, somebody's asking me a question. Okay. Is there any goals I should be
She also
setting?
added, Angie, she also added to get back on her life path.
The question that immediately came, it says, "Why do you think you're off your life path?" And this is the exact words I heard. Just because things are not going exactly the way that you want them to go doesn't mean you're off your life path. These are lessons that'll help you along the way. So they're saying you're not off your life path. You just are dealing with the bumps in the road along the path. Because everybody thinks that when they're on their life path, it's going to be smooth sailing. It's not. And so that was the first thing they said is, why do you think you're off your life path? You're not off your life path. You're just getting the lessons that you need that'll help you as you continue on your path. And so then it says, is there any goals I should be setting? You're getting a very hard lesson in patience. I assume that you're a person who likes things like me. It either is or it is that you don't like to wait. If the decision needs to be made, just snatch the Band-Aid off and let it go. And they're showing me the temperance card where you're getting a lesson in it. They're like in patience, or maybe you prayed for patience. Let me tell you, I never prayed for patience and I never prayed for strength ever again. They give you more situations where you have to be patient and where you have to be strong. Don't do it. So, it seems as though maybe you pray for patience to deal with a situation, and what you're getting is just more opportunities to be patient. And so the goal that you said goal that you should be setting or concentrating on. So let me see. Let me work on that part. And Don, you can go ahead if you have anything right now.
The only thing that the one thing I sense is that I guess it's this feeling of rebuilding. So it's like I think they're kind of tearing you down. They're kind of not tearing. I don't mean it that way because that sounds terrible, but it's like they're removing a lot of these safety nets under you and pulling them away and help so that you can find your own. I would hate. I'll say strength, but it's not strength. It's so you can find your own surety, your own confidence, your
Footing.
own
The word that I heard was footing. Like,
footing. There you go.
yeah.
Yeah, and and then from that you can build again. And when you build the next time, you're building on firm foundation. And so it's kind of like it's kind of like sometimes you can remodel a house, and that makes sense. And sometimes you need to blow it up. You need to tear it down and start from ground zero. And that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like this is a ground zero time for you. I'm feeling like a lot of things have been deconstructed around you. And as it's been deconstructed, it's being deconstructed because again, you have to hit that foundation, and then you will build it again. But this time you're going to build it stronger, and because of the lessons you've learned and because of what you've gone through. And this one will be like this will be the solid one that will not be shaken again, because this one will give you already have some of this is giving you confidence that you didn't have, and yet right now you don't feel you have it, but you do, because you've learned lessons in the last 2 years that you never wanted to learn. You've learned lessons already many years ago, but the last 2 years have been really rocky for you from what I'm sensing. And those last 2 years have been really, again, that it challenges your faith. It challenges your beliefs in doing good versus evil. It's like, damn, I do all that I'm supposed to do. I do all the things that we're told. If we do this, we're going to move forward, and I'm screwed. I was going to say something else, and I remember where I am, so I didn't say that. But it's like, when is enough enough? That's the feeling I'm getting. When is enough enough? And I hate to tell you this, but I don't think you're at enough yet. I think there's a little more to come. And so what I would do is I would say, first of all, I think one of the clear that thing. And I sent some selenite your way. I sent some selenite with.
I just feel like I just.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think I'm almost certain I sent selenite with angel eyes. So make sure you cleanse yourself and smudge. But I do think there's still a little more bumps in the road first before you get solid footing. But when you get the solid footing, it will build. And I'm getting that around summertime. I think I think the spring is not going to be your friend. I think the spring is going to still have some bumps in the road for you. And I think it's around summertime, mid to late summer, when you finally start finding something solid, and all of a sudden. And it's gonna be weird, because you're not even gonna have to guess when it happens. When it happens, you're gonna know it. You're gonna feel like, holy crap! All of a sudden, everything just changed, and it's like like a sweep of a wind. Boom, gone. That's what I'm feeling, JoJo.
I also, gosh, did I lose it really quickly? Oh, they said you prayed for peace, and in order to get peace, sometimes you have to remove the chaos. And removing chaos, like they're showing me one of those big construction truck machines that go and dig down in the dirt. Like it's that big machine that digs down in the dirt and lifts the dirt up and out. And so lifting that up and out, lifting that chaos up and out is painful. So this whole process is painful, but I do feel like you prayed for peace, and you're going to get the peace, but it's going to be a little bit of a ride in order to get to that peace that you asked for. And so along the way, we learn lessons about what we like. Okay, I prayed for peace, but you have to understand what all that means. Sometimes we think peace just means we wake up and then everything in our world is perfect, but sometimes peace means we have to lift out that thing that is causing us the chaos or the problems or whatever it is in order to get to that peace. And so sometimes pulling that infection out or pulling out whatever is causing that problem is painful to us. And we're like, well, now this isn't what I asked for. In a roundabout way, it is. It's kind of like the small writing on the contract that you did not see. Mm-hmm. So yes, but I do think overall it will be good for you. You are just having a tough time right now. So
And Jojo,
rebuilding.
I'm getting two energies, and I don't know why, and I don't know how they fit yet. They may come to me over the evening, and if so, I'll add further to them. But I do want to spread the names out there because for some reason they're somehow coming in as energies that are going to help you, that are going to be part of the movement forward. Eric and a Tony, an Eric and a Tony. I'm getting those two names, and I don't know exactly yet how they connect, but for some reason those two names are coming in for me for you, and they are somehow beneficial with your foundational rebuild. And so I don't know if they're there to help you have a softened the fall, or they're there to help you rise once you do. But Eric and Tony, remember those names. Those names are important, and they probably already mean something to you. I don't know, but they're coming in through loud and clear for me right now. And as the evening comes, hopefully something will pop in, and maybe I'll get more clarity on that. But remember Eric and Tony. Remember that I'm told they're very important to what's coming for you. Anything else, Shauna? I mean, damn, Angie.
No, that's it.
So thank you guys. I appreciate the guidance. Not sure. Maybe I'll meet them soon. Absolutely. So Jojo, keep us informed, and we're sending you love and prayers always, 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 always. So anytime you need a little counseling, come on back. That's for sure. We love you, Jojo. Next in line, and of course we love Mama and sisters too, creating balance and angel eyes. You guys, all three are special to us. And next is CO 1047. And CO 1047 says, I have a specific question: what to expect from my relationship moving forward? Angie.
Let me dig deep.
Get out that shovel.
Get my Grim Reaper outfit today. CO 1047. So I have to ask specifically. I heard the word move on. I feel like I hear, are you having a rocky time right now? Like I feel like there's a little bit of rockiness going on in the relationship, and somebody's ready to move on without the other one. Like I see a couple walking, and one keeps moving forward, and their hands just kind of fall. Like they lose their grip, like their hands are together, and it just kind of slides apart, like one is moving forward and one is not, like one is walking into their destiny. They're showing it to me like the way people describe the retrograde, like okay, it's spinning, and then once they get side by side, one passes the other, so it looks like one is moving backwards. So you're not moving backwards, that person is just moving forward faster than you are. And so I feel like it's going to dissolve probably by the end of summer is what I'm hearing. I don't feel like it's going to be a long-term thing, and I don't know if that's what either of you thought it was going to be, but I do feel like one is moving a little bit faster forward than the other one. And that's all I'm getting.
Okay. I did a one card draw, and that card is the Six of Wands, which is the rise above. And so it's moving forward and rising above. I can pull another one. Again, decisions based on money. I'm guessing there's some issues in finance in the relationship, maybe an issue of how you spend your money, who spends money, what's the economics of it, I don't know. But it looks like rising above. And so the rising above card usually means success. But and there's another money card on the bottom. That's overall energy. Again, this is the giving back card. This is the balance card. So as I see it, it seems like if you keep things in balance, if you if you figure out that economic situation, you can rise above. You can rise above, and maybe that will then bring you the peace, the relationship. Then maybe the relationship can move forward. That's what I'm getting, and that's the card speaking. We lived together and had a little rough time this weekend.
I hear like all the cards that Dom picked are specific to for me, and as he showed them, were specific to one of you. One of you is going to have success more faster than the other. Not that you're both not, but one is going to walk into their success first. One is going like there seems to be a off balance. I feel like that's what the problem is with that balancing of the resources. Like one of you is a little bit more aggressive or successful than the other, and that seems to be an issue or some tension right now. And I feel like one is going to just keep creeping forward while the other one is struggling and frustrated, and that's what the tension is going to be that I see that is pulling you apart. Like I do see rising above, but one before the other, and then that's how I see your hands falling apart. So I don't know, but it could all be kumbaya.
Absolutely. Also, everybody, don't forget to hit those like buttons on the buttons below, and make sure that you hit the like button, and that sends a signal to the aggregator or the algorithm, whatever you want to call it, that says, hey, this is worth sharing with other people, and the information gets out better, so more people can get information can share this information. And then also, if you haven't subscribed yet, if you could hit the subscribe button, we would truly, truly, truly appreciate it.
And I just like to see the number of likes, so you can do that just for me. Like, share, subscribe, and share. Share, people, share.
And comment. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. That's what I used to always say. People, you probably got tired of hearing it. It's like, damn, does he always say the same thing, but not always in the same order? I'll mix it up every now and then.
If you guys did it, then we wouldn't have to say it. No, I'm just
Next is LMT. And LMT says, will I hear from recruiter Carmel John? Job, I'm guessing. Carmel John? Carmel Job.
if you get anything, you can go first, Don, but go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, if the job comes through, I'm in the luggage. I'm coming because Carmel is such a nice place. Oh my gosh.
By the sea?
Yes, it is beautiful. A little town, very quaint, very wonderful. Prices expensive as hell, but beautiful place. It's right down from where Clint Eastwood used to be mayor. What's that other one? They're like two there right in a row. There's Carmel and I can't think of the other one offhand. Two beautiful towns. You will hear from him. You will hear from him, and it looks like it's going to be good news because this is the new wand, the Ace of Wands, so something new. You're still always looking. You're looking. You're looking. When are they going to call me? When are they going to call me? Am I going to measure up? Am I going to measure up? And then it's like relax again. Just keep yourself in line. Keep yourself ready. And so you will get the call. The only thing is it's interesting because these two cards concern me because they came together. And so it is, again, you will get the call and it's something new, but again, it's like, is this going to be what you hope it will be? This was what bothers me is this card says, is this going to be all you expect it to be? Because that's the card that tells you that your thinking is that the grass is greener on the other side until you get there. So this one bothers me. Pebble Beach. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So this one bothers me. This one concerns me a little bit. But so I'm not trying to put some damper on this, but my question, maybe a situation where maybe the job maybe doesn't come out to be as good as you had hoped, but you never know. I'm hoping that's not the case. Most importantly, you're going to put the energy into it. You're going to do all you can to get it. That's for sure. This is that card. What do you got, Angie?
I have to be honest. I heard no, but not for that specific job. I heard there's another one on the way. Like I feel like she's going to call you with another position. I don't feel like that one is going to be like. I feel like you're changing your prayers every week. Like I don't think that you're praying. And so every time you change it, they're like, oh, okay, well, then that doesn't fit that prayer. Let's move to the next one. So I feel like you're changing your prayers a lot. I feel a lot of chaotic energy, and I also feel a lot of desperation on the prayer. Like it's kind of like, oh my gosh, please, is this going to happen? When is this going to happen? Is this going to happen? So I feel like the easy breeziness that you had from when you first started to hear about the opportunities has kind of settled because you've been waiting a couple weeks. And so that desperation is coming back, and that lack of belief that it could happen is back. I hear it's new moon behind the scenes are going on. So I do feel like the recruiter is working behind the scenes, like, oh, this is another opportunity, this is another opportunity. But I feel like when you hear from that person, she's going to explain to you exactly what Don said. It was a little bit more, or it was a little bit this, or like maybe, maybe they declined that also. Like it's a lot more than it's other than they originally discussed is how I feel like it might be. And so then she's going to come with another opportunity for you. And I know you feel like it is taking a lot longer, but I still see March. They're showing me March very big, that you will get another opportunity in March, and it will be a more concrete opportunity, and it will be a another job. So this next opportunity that she presents to you will be more to your liking and more to what you want. But the spirit just does want you, recognizes that you have been patient, because I know you like to hear, but the spirit know that I've been. They do know, and they are saying that another opportunity is coming. Um, Eventually. Well,
But
before
that's
the end of the month.
and Angie, are you talking about the opportunity other than the two that that she pointed out here? Because that second opportunity that's here with this two, this second there, I don't feel that
No,
one at all.
totally different from either one of these.
Okay,
Because
yeah,
I think she's already heard back from the other ones, and but this is a new opportunity, like
yeah,
another one. Like I feel like that one. Did you pull a wand or something? You
the
pulled a
one,
card?
Ace of Wands, Ace of
Yeah,
Wands.
okay. So I feel like that's a new opportunity. Like it's not
Okay,
this job, it's another job,
yeah,
but it will still put you in the area where you want to be, like in
yeah,
the location where you want to be. But it won't be this one, because I feel like this one came back with a complication that the agency isn't gonna totally agree with either. So when Don says that you're going to be better off, I think that's what it is. And then there's another opportunity that's coming, because I do feel like this recruiter really likes you, and that she is working behind the scenes really hard for you, because she really does think, oh, I really like talking to her. I really like whatever. And so she is working really hard for you, is how
yeah,
I see
yeah. And you say, when you say not you as in Angie, but you as an LMT, when you say there are two jobs, the job that you said that one you really wanted. I'm guessing that I'm sensing that was the Carmel job. The other one, it's kind of not in your skill set, and so I think for that one, you're not comfortable with that one. I think that's the one that's not coming through anyway. That's the one that I think is you're not going to feel anything when you don't get that one necessarily, because it really isn't something that you've been dying for. So if there's one other beyond that, that's great, because again, I don't think the second one in line is that one's not going to happen. I just don't feel that one at all.
So the one that she doesn't want, I think she's already told them. Well, she followed up with both, and the one that she doesn't want, she doesn't care. But then this one is the one that she really wants, and I think it's a no too. But there's another new opportunity that's going to come and replace both of those. So I think both of these are a no of the two that you've already
Yeah,
interviewed for, because I feel another interview coming.
but it
Hi.
is coming through. There is one coming through, because this is the Empress card, and that is the nurturing. That is the this is newness. This is fertility. All those things. So something new is coming. So that's the good part, is that one is coming through. So just be patient and work through it.
Oh, you can see the A5 better now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. Now is that etching, or is that the frosting is like etching or something?
Etching, and she said it's a very tough process on a rounded glass. So
I bet it is, because it probably gets, if you're not careful, you distort it. Especially because it's not only rounded this way, but it's also concave. It's caved in, like, so it rolls this way and this way.
and then also on this,
Yeah.
my little Pisces.
Keena's a jack of all trades. Lord have mercy. What is she can't do?
This isn't wine, Angel Eyes. This is cranberry juice. If I have some wine, then the reading is gonna go a whole different way.
The love readings
I'm
could
gonna
get real
change my
interesting.
last name to Maldonado.
Yeah, those love readings could get really interesting with some wine in there. Oh, Lord have
I
mercy.
might turn
Maybe I'll
into
get myself.
Iyanla Van Zandt if I get some wine in here.
Exactly. Next
Beloved.
is who is next? I'm digging, I'm looking. Holy crap, we've already filled the list. Wow, my gosh. We've already filled all slots.
Yes, Sherry, I do have my eyes. She's like, why don't you just mute the mic? I said, listen, when I start reading that eyes, I lose all focus and I'll be done forgot everything and just be
We're saying Angie, Angie, Angie.
I'm like, what? Oh, okay.
And this one is Angel Monica. Is there romance for me and Gemini A in the future? Who can bridge us together?
Angel Monica, are you still here? Because Keena's saying she doesn't think that you're here. I immediately heard yes that there is going to be a romance for you, but I don't think it's with Gemini A. I heard I felt that that was two separate paths. I do feel romance is coming for you definitely, but not with Gemini A. I feel like that person is on their path and you're on your path. So for me, um, it's a yes to both, but not together. The paths are separated as they show it to me as a split screen, like you're going your way and you're going this way. Like even the environments that you live in seem to be two different spots, but it is joy for both of you. She said that's not her question.
Did I do something wrong?
She says, would love to know when I will meet. Oh, that's blessings are on the way question about romance with her Gemini. So blessings are on the way. No, still two paths. Because I was just taking it. So Angel Monica, hold on just a second. Let me finish. Blessings question about you and Gemini A. No, I feel like it's two separate stories still, even though because I was just reading the energy of the two people who would have been involved. And so blessings are on the way. No, I don't feel that you and Gemini A are going to be together. Like I feel like you're going to be like it's two separate roads that you're on. This person is going this way and this person is going this way. And again, I still see the environments and I did check to make sure, even though I thought it was it was Angela. No, they're still saying blessings. The answer is yes to you each meeting you each having romance, but not together.
So sorry about the mix up. Hopefully that helped you, blessings. And blessings was next. So we're good part is we're right in line with each other. So that's good. And next is then the real question for, what's her name again?
Angel Monica.
Yeah. And it's would love to know when will I meet my true love and will he be my life partner?
I feel like you're a bit young, Angel. And so, no, he won't be your life partner. He won't be your true love, but the next person you meet will be fun. I feel like you're a little bit too young. And this is how they're making it seem to me like there's an immaturity. Like I get a bubblegum kind of, um, they give me a soft pink girly type feel like you're a little bit young and that no, this won't be your true love because you're a little and this is just the way that they're making it seem to me is that you're a little bit too young to be ready for a true love. You haven't experienced enough love in order to be ready for your true love is how they're presenting it to me. And I do feel like you have career goals that you are also trying to accomplish. And so finding your true love will take you off of your path. So I feel like you will find your next person will be fun. Like they're making it seem like it'll be fun and passion. And they're showing me that night rushing in on that horse, the one that's really a lot of passion and a lot of fun and a lot of yes. But I don't feel like Angel, I am doing your question. It
Did
I
we
don't.
did I mess up? Did I mess up
No,
again?
she says, please pick my question. And I see her question, please, would like to know, will I meet my true love and will he be my partner? So I'm saying no, it won't be your life partner. It will be it will be something fun and and these are their words, freaky. Like it'll be, a lot of passion, a lot of hot and heavy, but I don't feel like it'll be your forever. Uh, wow, if you're saying you're 49, but that the energy that they give me is a very youthful energy for you. So maybe you're not like, I don't know, like the maturity level for what you're asking for, you haven't made it there yet. Because when I started to read your energy, they gave me a very young energy, and I heard no, that it would like this won't be your life partner because you're not ready for that. Like you need to experience a little bit more. Is how they presented it to me. So I don't know, and I could just be on.
I
I
think
have
one
to
question
level
is,
of reading.
have you had a number of relationships, or because some people, they get in one relationship and it lasts for a long time, and then another one, and maybe only two in their entire lifetime, and you're like, that person is very new to relationships because they haven't had a lot of experience. So that would be a question, a follow-up question to you, Angel, is that, are you someone who in 49 years have had a number of relationships? Or when you look at your question, it makes you wonder if you haven't, because you're asking about, again, true love and those things. I'm going to look at the cards real quick. I got some bad news for you there. Not so much. Not so much. It looks like, yeah, it's interesting. You've had some heartache in relationships, and that's what these two cards are saying. You've had some heartaches in relationships. You've had some not very good times. Celebratory card comes out, so that tells you that the chances are that one may be coming. It's interesting because you have the Emperor card here, so it's telling me that you're kind of in control of this. So you're like the success or failure of getting into relationships is kind of laid at your doorstep. And the question is maybe you should be looking at, do you rush into relationships too quickly? That's the overall energy I'm getting. Rushing in too quickly, very rashly, not thinking things through sometimes, and maybe not working through them, and just kind of rushing in, then rushing out. So if I were to look at that and try to put it all together, that would then lead me to wonder: is there a situation where maybe you need to do some inner work to connect and inner work on yourself and figure out what is helping you to either be in or not be in a relationship, and what you can do with that. So that's just an idea.
And don't get mad because I heard this like
She's been single for long.
do
So
you make yourself less of who, and the word they're used is dumb, like dumb yourself down, like do you make, like you seem like you're a very smart person, a very alpha type person. Do you kind of make yourself less in order to make them feel like they're more? And so what I'm hearing is you can't find your true love because you're not your true self in the relationship. Like if they need you to be a needy person, then you're a needy person. If they, like whatever they need you to be, you kind of conform to what they need you to. And then over time, I think it feels like you kind of get tired of that, or it causes some kind of chaos or conflict in a relationship. And that's how they're presenting it to me, is that you make yourself a little bit less in order for them to seem like more, but you have to be your true self in order to find your true love. And that's how they're saying it to me. Um, so I don't know.
Well, hopefully that helped you, Angel. Unfortunately, I think there's some inner work needing to be done. You will have there's potential for moving forward, but it seems like there's something else. There's many things. There's some problems they're blocking, and they need to be corrected before you'll see some good movement in that regard. That's what I'm getting, and I think it's kind of what Angie was seeing as well. With that said, we're moving on to the next question, which is Cheryl Phillips Walker, and Cheryl Phillips Walker as a general reading.
They immediately show me a sword that you're fighting a battle that is not yours, like you're fighting for somebody else. I feel like you're slaying somebody else's dragons. Is how there is the words that I hear. Like you're fighting for somebody else behind the scenes. Um, and and I don't know if it's because you think they're weak or it's because you think that they need your mama bear energy. But you are definitely fighting behind the scenes for somebody else. Um, that's all I'm getting right now because it seems like a dark energy. I'm gonna go ahead and let you go, Don.
Well, it's interesting because the one thing that came to me while before you even said something, and then you said it, which is interesting. Kind of, it was that it was this. There's like a conflict that's been going on for a while, and so there is something that's been happening for you for between 2 to 3 months. I don't know what's going on there, but there's been something you've been involved in for 2 to 3 months that has been kind of a stumbling block for you, or kind of like an impediment to moving forward. And that has to be removed. That has to go. That has to change. I just saw 11111. That's interesting. And then 11 viewers at the same time. So it was 1 hour, 11 minutes, 11 seconds, and 11 viewers.
Oh, okay. I missed it because I caught the 111 and then I saw 22. So I
Yeah, so I
saw.
was like, whoa, what is that? That's cool. Anyway, I'm drawn to numbers. It just drives me crazy. It drives everybody else crazy around. They're like, "Are you done with that already?" But I can't help it. I don't know. Anyway, but no, what I'm getting, Cheryl, is that I'm feeling like you're hitting a brick wall again. You're hitting something for the last few months, and you need to find a way to extricate yourself from the situation. You need to find some way to navigate around it, because right now you're just stuck. And getting unstuck is something you have to actively participate in. You have to do something to move this forward. And so you're going to have to figure out what it is you need to do. And it seems like it's something around. It's like yeah, you're drawn into something. It's somebody else's mess. So Don, take time
I
to.
have a question. Like, I feel like you just entered a legal matter, but not like it seems to be a civil legal matter. Like someone asked you for to dissolve something, to let something go, to end something officially is how I feel like they're saying it to me. And so that's a battle. It's been a battle behind the scenes where you've been saying that you're done with it, but now that they're asking for a serious finality to it, it's a little bit like you're having to relive it over again. So I feel like there's somebody who's asking you to make something final, and it's bringing up the old hurt again. And so that's where the darkness, because I can recall reading you, and there was a lot of the last reading I saw you walking across a cold, like I heard the crunch of you walking across a frozen ground, like you were on, like the ground up under you was dead, and like the grass was barren or frozen. It was that season. And so now the environment that they're showing me is dark. So I feel like you're reliving the hurt of something because somebody is asking you to end something officially, is how I feel like it's going. And so now that like you've been okay with it, but because they are now officially asking you, it feels like there's a reliving of the pain and a how dare you. So when I say legal, like I feel like somebody is formally asking you to end something.
And also, Cheryl, I'm sensing a move or a change. Are you looking at relocating? Are you looking at a new opportunity, a new job? Are you looking at something? You're looking. I'm getting a move. And I don't think it's a job. I think it's actually physical move, like a relocation, or a move from an apartment to a home or something. I'm getting the feeling like a move is coming in front of you, or the move may be happening at this point. But if not, it looks like a move is coming, and so that move may bring that new energy to get you unstuck. But it feels like I'm feeling like a house move, um, So I don't know if you're buying a house and not renting anymore, or moving from an apartment to a house or something. But I'm seeing this moving of residences, um, which again I think could be a good thing because they're pointing that out to me because it could help you to get unstuck. Because what I'm getting is I'm just getting that energy of stuck, and I think this move will help. And maybe if again if you are stuck and you can't get moving, maybe that's something to consider is a move in residence. So that's about what I'm getting. Anything else, Angie?
Um, um, I feel like the move is a part of that fighting somebody else's battle. Like whoever you're moving, like there's a family property. And now everybody's going to have to clear out of it, and that's what the move is. You're moving them out. Like I feel like that's what it is, and that may be a part of the legal thing, but I'm not sure. But I do feel you're fighting one of the battles that you're fighting is not your own, and then the other battle that you're fighting seems to be bringing up old memories.
Well, Cheryl, hope that helped you. Next, we have Guko, and Guko wants to know if pursuing path one or path P will grant, maybe it's I and P? I don't know. Probably I and P. Path I or path P will grant me better success results. Can the cards help me which path to go and pursue? Well, Guko, the first thing I would tell you is I wouldn't be looking to the cards or anybody else to to tell you which way to go, because I think that when you're making life choices like this, the one thing you have to do is you have to look within yourself, and you have to feel you believe in yourself, believe in your connection to spirit, believe in your intuition, if you want to call it. People call it intuition. Usually it's spirit talking to you, but for some reason we don't want to make that leap of like, oh, I can talk to spirit. So it's like, oh no, it's intuition. Well, usually it's spirit. I think that when in this situation, you probably should look into that look inside and feel which way you're doing it. Now, another way you can do it, and this is one thing that I would suggest to anybody, if you are comfortable with it, you take a deck of cards. This is an idea. This is what we do even when we're teaching people about their psychic abilities. Take a deck of cards. You have reds and blacks. Take the deck of cards and start playing with them and use them on a daily basis. Start to get comfortable with them and just ask simple yes no questions that you already know the answers to, by the way. This is how you really get comfortable with your cards, because sometimes you assume that a red is a yes and a red could be a no, a black could be yes and no. The point is you take the cards and you shuffle them, and then you just ask yourself a question that you know the answer to, but ask it in the yes no form, and then pop the card over and see if that answer aligns with what you know the answer to be. And over time, you'll be surprised. Sometimes the cards start aligning with your energy, and they are accurate to a scary degree. And then you can then use that for decisions from time to time, but never depend on cards or anything else. Depend on that connection to spirit, and make sure that you're listening to spirit. If anything, the cards may confirm, they may give some reassurance, but do not rely on them or anything else. Listen to your voices, listen to spirit to help you, and then come back and look to other resources to give you that confidence that maybe you've made the right decision. So, Angie, what do you have to say about this?
I feel like one of the path has to do with the relationship. So one path is if I take this path, there's a potential for a relationship. If I take this path, then it does not have to do with the relationship. I would say do not make your decision based on the relationship. Make your decision based on what when you think about both paths, which one actually gives you joy, not the joy of the relationship, because if the relationship doesn't work out, then whatever joy you had is going to be like you just enduring an opportunity and you wondering what have happened if you would have took that side. So I do feel like one path is like, oh, if I go this way, then this person will be there and we could possibly maybe sort of get a relationship. Like I don't even feel like there is a understanding that we are significantly connected to each other. Like there's a possibility, and you're basing one of your decisions on the possibility of maybe you getting you being with this person. And so the other path seems to be, oh, well, this is just what I want. This is just another option that I have, but maybe more of what you really want to do. And so you're like, oh, well, I could do this if this relationship works. But then when a relationship doesn't work, could you still do this? So that seems to be the decision that you have to balance, because they're showing me the two of coins with the balance. But it's an internal decision that you have to make, and you need to base it on what you desire most in the opportunity, not in the relationship.
Super.
And that's all I get.
Hopefully it helped you, good girl. Hopefully it gave you what you're looking for. Most important thing is follow your path for, again, what you feel, and then, keep your career path in line. So where, as you move through your career, the rest will come. The rest will come. With that said, let's go to our next question, and that is with...
The energy feels really heavy for me right now. Like everybody's in everybody seems to be in a gridlock. Like they want the stars to tell them that everything is going to be okay. And so I feel like there's a desperation on a lot of the questions. Like the energy feels heavy. It doesn't feel as light and breezy as it normally feels in here. Like I feel like everybody's just like, oh my gosh, I hope they tell me yes. I hope they tell me yes. And I feel like we're breaking a lot of spirits today.
I hear you. No, I kind of get the sense. I sense the same thing. It's like we need to put some music on or something and raise the energy level, because it's like then we violate copyright issues and then we're screwed. So,
But do you know what song will not leave my head? That Ghost of You song by Justin Bieber. And in the video, he has Diane Keaton playing the mom in the video. Like I was like, they're still making videos, and then you got Diane Keaton in your video.
what song is this?
It's Ghost. So when I first heard it as I miss this like as a heartbreak, like, oh, I miss this person so much. If I can't be with this person, then I will be okay with the ghost of our memories as a relationship. But the video is of, I think Diane Keaton is the grandmother or so. And then the husband dies, and so the grandfather is dead, and so it's them celebrating the life. Like it alludes to like there may have been a funeral service, and then this is them kind of moving on without him. And it's like, if I can't have you near me, then I'll settle for the ghost of you. And that's how the video is, but that's not how I heard it. But it's still stuck in my head, and it just will not go away.
I love Diane Keaton. I love that woman.
Right. And so I thought, wow, this is a big deal. And it was almost out of my head. And then my friend was like, oh, I've been hearing a lot of buzz about that Justin Bieber song. Thanks. It's right back in my head.
It's like, thanks, but no thanks, right?
Yeah.
She said, Lynn Palmer says, life is real and had to be treated as such. No airy fairy stuff low. That's true. Sometimes life, the energy of life can be very strong, and it can weigh you down.
Yeah, it's heavy. Like I feel like everybody in here came in here desperately seeking an optimistic answer, and nobody came in here to be light and breezy. Like they came in here to see if we had the crystal ball that could see well into the future. And where it's usually just fun, I feel like a lot of people are clinging to every word that we say. Like, oh my God, is it gonna be? Is it gonna be? Is it gonna be?
Yep. That's my short answer. Yep. So with that said, let's move on to Meryl Mariellis. That's close enough, I hope. Planning to travel second half of the year with my friend Ya. I want to know how things will go for us, if it will push through. Okay.
Dom, you can go first. Jesus Christ. I'm going to try the cards. Samuel, what are you doing to me today?
If you're asking, will you take the trip? Yes, the trip is going to go. If you're asking if somehow that with the trip, if you're asking if somehow the trip, because I'm getting the feeling like somehow you want the trip to change the relationship, and it's not going to change it in the way you think. I think guys are going to come to a bit of a disagreement during the trip, and it's going to unfortunately change it in less or a positive way than I think you're asking. So I don't think it's going to come. I think yes, you're going to have the trip. Yes, it's going to have an impact, but I don't think it's going to have the impact quite that you were hoping it would have. I think it's going to be the reverse of that. But that's just what I'm getting.
And that's how I got it when I heard if we will push through. I feel like the way that you asked the question, you kind of already know the answer sometimes. And I felt like this question was asked like, okay, we're going to go on this trip and try to renew and make things work. And it's just going to frustrate more. Like the things that have been irritating you or the things that have not been said are going to be said because it seems like there's going to be a concentrated amount of alone time or, like, you know, I don't feel like you're going to come out stronger on the other side. She said it's her BFF, but I mean, when I read relationship energy, that doesn't always mean romantic. People think when we say it's going to dissolve that it has to be romantic. I don't feel like unless I'm reading push through incorrectly. But push through for me means like, are we going to be able to push through and make it to the other side of this relationship, be it romantic or friendship? And I just don't get that that's what's going to happen. I feel like it's going to, like Don said, change the dynamics. And then when it's over, it's not going to be as
the relationship will
fresh.
have changed. There's like going to be hurt feelings. There's going to be some little bit of again, something's going to change, and you're going to feel a little differently than you did when you went. And it's going to be, and it seems like you're going to have like again, there's going to be something that happens, and it's going to like make you look at them differently, or them look at you differently, and you're going to think, I didn't see that before, or I didn't sense that kind of, there's something again that happens, and then it kind of changes your way of thinking about the other person or them about you. I don't know if it's an alteration because maybe the way you treat somebody while you're there, and they're like, wait a minute, that's not the kind of person I thought you were. Again,
So
it's kind of
she
like
said push through like without travel problems. I don't see any travel problems, but I read into the relationship part of it, and that seems to be the
yeah,
no, which is where Don seems to be going.
right,
Also, the push through, yeah, I think you'll go on the trip. There won't be any travel problems at all. The
yeah.
issue will be the relationship dynamic seems to that it's going to change.
Yeah. No, that's what I said earlier too. The trip is going to happen. Not a problem there. It's just there's going to be something that happens on the trip that's going to create a situation where you're going to be, one of you are going to see the other one in a very different, a little different light, and it's going to be, it's going to alter things. It's not going to be it's going to create a discomfort in a situation. Again, you're going to think, I didn't see that before, and you're like, I've known this person for a while, and I didn't see that in them, and now I'm seeing this in them. So again, it's going to alter that perception of the individual because of something that happens on the trip. So this trip is unfortunately going to have probably a little bit of a negative result in the end. That's what I'm saying.
That's
Now,
how I see it.
trying to
But
clarify.
as far as going, yes, you'll go.
Yes, yep, that I see. Yeah. Next is, I'm trying to find it. Sorry. Beautiful Sagittarius, and beautiful Sagittarius, you better break this streak, Miss Farah. Farah, let's see that Farah Fawcett hair fly around or something. Come on, we need some change. We need some good energy. What are George's plans regarding our relationship? Farah. Let's see. What are George's plans regarding our relationship? What you got there, Angie?
First of all, when you said George, all I can think about was George Costanza from Seinfeld, so I couldn't get that image out of my head. Then I thought, oh, well, maybe he's shorter than her, and maybe they have a problem with the height thing. So I don't know if that's true at all. Um, but I feel like I don't know. There's something trivial in the relationship that is a concern to you. Like And maybe that's why they showed me George Costanza, because, like, he has that insecurity with himself being bald, and then he's usually a little bit shorter than the women he date. So I don't know if that's why they showed me that, but that's all I can see now is George Costanza, and that maybe that's the issue that you're asking about. It's like there's something very minor that seems to irritate you about this person, and so you're trying to force yourself to get past it and to be like, I can deal with that, but in the end it's not going to. It'll be like, I don't know. I have to think of something very insignificant. No, I'm not going to say any of my insignificant things because you'll be like, dang, that's harsh. But, like, okay, I don't like to date men whose hair is longer than mine. So that's one of my things. Like, your hair longer than mine. No, we can't be competing in the lusciousness of the locks. And so that's a very insignificant thing. But it might be one of those reasons where I might be like, we can't date. And so I feel like there's something very minor in there that you are kind of being like, I can deal with it. And then you find it like maybe he blows his nose or he wipes his nose. Like, it's a very minor thing, but it's an irritant to you. It's how I feel like. Oh my gosh, George Costanza.
Well, beautiful Sagittarius, I've been detecting this for a while, and they say the higher the hair, the closer to God. So hey, there you go. That's something. The card that came out to me is the Moon card, and so the Moon card, I'm putting closer because I'm trying to get the flash off there, the glare. Anyway, the Moon card. So again, you're going to be finding out some information as you go along. So this relationship, again, going to need some more information and so forth. It is going to continue to progress. The Star card, there's a lot of energy. You guys have a lot of shared energy, which is nice, and it seems to be aligned with that way. But I see conflict. I see some conflict popping up, and I see conflict and the news. So the news. But you're strong. You're gonna get through it. You have the Strength card.
See, she said he always clears his throat and that annoys her. See, that's what I'm saying. It's something very insignificant, but over time, it's going to be like, oh my God, look at the way he chews. Like that thing, like you're tolerating it now. And then when he like, you like, let's go see blah, blah, blah at the movies. He's like, no, I want to go see an action movie. And everything he does is like, he's going to clear his throat 500 times. And you're going to be like, I can't stand him. And so you're going to be thinking about hitting him in the back of the head with that popcorn box. I'm just saying, these are my thoughts, not yours. But I'm just saying that one little thing will annoy you. Like, it might be the way somebody says car. Maybe they say core instead of car. And you like, why can't you just say car? Like, what is wrong with you? Like, you know what? Let me just wait this over my head one more time because, Lord, I am not with it today. But Farrah, I'm sorry. It does seem like it's going to be a very insignificant thing, and it's just going to be your final straw. And you're going to storm out like, and another thing, drink some fucking tea. Like, that's kind of how it's like. Oh my God. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. But that's how I see it, Farrah.
There you go, beautiful Sagittarius. Hopefully it helped you. Lord knows, didn't change the energy, but we're good. We're good. We're good. It's all good. Lisa Cat says general reading. Lisa Cat is wanting a general reading. Lisa. I like that, Lisa Cat. That's a neat name, Lisa Cat. You just better highlight it. There you go. Lisa.
See, she said you got me down to a T. I'm telling you. That's going to be it, Farrah. Sorry. Okay, Lisa. As soon as Don said your name and pulled up and said general reading, the six of cups fell out, and for me, that's reminiscing about something. I feel like you are, and I'm trying to see if it's about like your childhood or a job, or if it's about like an old relationship. I can't really get exactly what it is, but I feel like you're thinking back. Either Okay, now they're saying over your life. Are you thinking back over your life and the choices you made and wondering, where to go next, what to do next? And so you're coming here to look for a little bit of direction as to what you should do. I really do hear the words career focus is what you should be focusing on. And I also feel like I hear school, 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 school. So are you considering going back to school? Are you considering taking some classes to enhance a skill that you already have? If so, that seems to be a yes, because I keep hearing school, 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 school as an echo in my head. And I feel like you're wondering just kind of about what your options are, how to move forward to get your life to go into the direction that you want. Like you're thinking back over your choices, is how I see you looking back. But I don't feel like you're looking back in a depressed kind of way. It's kind of like, okay, now this is the second half of my life, or this is the next chapter of my life. Where do I want to go? What do I want to do? I don't want to be in this rut. I don't want to be in this forever. And so the focus seems to be on the job. And maybe, like, I feel like there's a certificate or there's some kind of credential that you need as an enhancement to bump you up to the next level at your current job. Because I don't feel like you're going to get a new job, I don't feel like there's a new employer. I feel like there's a bump up in the position, like you move to a different level in the company or in whatever you're doing now. And that's it.
I get two things. I'm getting also. First of all, I'm sensing that that you are or may be soon coming into potential legal issue, a justice issue, a legal issue. I don't know if somebody's threatening to sue or whether somebody has sued, or whether you may be threatening to sue or have sued. I'm sensing very much this feeling of a legal situation coming in, legal action. It could also be like a child custody case or what do you call it, child support. But that energy is just not there for me in that situation. But it is possible. But again, it's a justice situation. So if you aren't already involved in a legal situation, the chances are very soon you will be seeing something that is leading in that direction. The other thing that I'm getting is this focus. For some reason, over the last few weeks, you've had a lack of focus. For some reason, you're not able to focus. Your mind is all over the place, and it is a bit disturbing to you. And that's why you're looking to see some direction, saying, okay, which way to go? Because it's like you really feel like you don't have a direction, and you have a lot of interest, but you don't have a direction, and something has kind of created this blur for you, and you're wondering, what do I do to kind of shake this? How can I move this forward? How can I find a direction? And so what I would suggest to you is, if you want to find a direction, you've got to figure out what's blocking you. What is it that's keeping you from focusing on one specific thing? Is there a chemical imbalance? Is there some kind of imbalance happening in your life? Is there a situation where something is taking more time than the other? Are you out of balance that way? There's something happening that's, again, drawing your focus, and it's keeping you, again, all over the place. You're scattered. So you need to find a way to focus, hone in and focus. And if that is maybe somehow reaching out to someone who can teach you those skill sets, or someone who can help you take some things off your plate, because maybe you have too much going on and you need to kind of get rid of some things. Maybe you need to look to your family and have them take some stuff off your plate, because again, I'm thinking that, again, you're all over the place because you have just so much to do. So those are the two things I'm getting, is again, a lack of focus and a need to focus. And so figure out how you can clean your plate off some, and then so you can focus on one or two things only. And then second is, don't be surprised if a legal issue comes up or a legal situation comes up. And it's interesting because I'm hoping this won't be the case, but it's like I'm also getting potentially like it's maybe a car situation, maybe an auto accident or something, and then you sue for that. I don't know, but again, I'm getting a justice situation. So that's what I'm getting.
Yeah, and as you were talking, I was drawn to the cards, and I got that Ten of Swords. So that means it's at the end, like it's coming to an end, but it's still going to be a very painful journey. But then I also got this, like it may move along fast, like whatever it is, I do feel like it's emotional. So like when you said child support or whatever the legal issue is, like it does seem like there's an emotional tie to it, and
Yeah.
that this to me means that it's fast, like a lot of things, like that's chaos, but it's also moving fast. but
Yeah.
it's leading you to this where you'll be a lot more control of your emotions, or maybe you're out of control with your emotions, and that's why this chaos. And you're coming to us like I feel like like you're just bursting out into tears and you don't understand why, because you're overwhelmed emotionally and you don't really understand what to do about that. And so that's one of the things that I'm getting. But yeah. Um it'll be coming to an end, but it'll be a painful journey.
Yes. Yep. Hopefully that gives you some insight. Um,
But remember to focus on the career.
BRI445 is next, and they too would like a general reading.
Oh, I immediately, excuse me for I'm yawning. I immediately got a good vibe. Like I really felt like this was a happy energy that entered into my space. Like I got a joy, I got a laughter, I got an upbeat feeling. I feel is Bree 445 a male? Because I got a male, like a tall, deep male energy. So if you're not, then that's who's coming into your life. Because I get a tall, dark male energy. But I get a fun, loving energy. Like I instantly got a raise in my vibration, in my spirit, in my everything didn't feel happy. Like I felt like, oh, okay, this is a change of pace. This is something good. So general, I don't feel like there's any upheaval or turmoil in your life. Like you just kind of like you have the attitude of what our normal weekly readings are, just that fun loving, oh, let me see what's going on. Like I don't feel like there's anything significantly wrong going on in your life. Like you're at an even level and things are just kind of in that four. That four is stability. Like everything seems to be a four for me along the way. I see the four of coins. I see the four of swords. The four of swords just may you need a little bit more rest, but I don't see any upheaval. I don't see any like chaos or anything like that.
Hmm. I was trying to see if I can get something psychically, but I don't. So, BRI, I'm going to the cards. Let's take a peek at the cards and see what the cards have to say. Oh, Angie, did you notice? Got my mug today still working. I always come with my
Yeah,
mug.
and I would have had it, but I had to show off Keena's glass.
Yes, no, it's worth it.
It's okay.
It is worth it to give Kina the kudos. Yes. And everybody, by the way, Kina makes some amazing T-shirts, especially when on sickle cell a month. She makes these great T-shirts that are red, and you wear them you can wear them all the time if you want during sickle cell time. But she makes some great T-shirts, and so if you're ever curious, you should check her out because she then Kina is Angie's sister, and she's the moderator. So yeah, she does some great T-shirts. You may want to check them out.
Oh, she has a whole site, Keena's Corner, on IG where she shows her shirts. Like I know she has some Be Happy, Be Healthy shirts, and then she tries to stick with whatever the season is. Like St. Patrick's Day is coming up, and then what's after that, like Easter and Mother's Day. So she tries to stay with whatever the holiday is, and for that theme of her shirts. But she does have a site, Keena's Corner, where she posts her shirts.
Well, BRI, the interesting thing, we have the Wheel of Fortune here. So that kind of confirms what Andrew was saying. It's a good time for you. There's some good opportunities coming on your way. You have some choices ahead of you. There's that Six of Cups. Was that for this reading or last, Angie? I think that was the last
It was
one,
the
right?
last person.
Yeah. So you've planted some seeds and you're seeing some things growing from what you've already done, which is nice. Again, a conclusion of you're bringing a cycle to an end where you've had a lot of work and a lot of pushes forward, but that's a good thing. The overall energy is that Hermit card, which I love too. And that Hermit card is, I love the Hermit card because the Hermit card is telling you again to make sure you're on your path. Make sure you stop and smell the roses, shall we say. Stop and appreciate what you've accomplished and what you're doing already and get back on your path. Make sure you're on your path because this is what this card's all about, making sure that your life is on your path. So right now is a good time to do it. Usually when you're in a good place, that is the easiest time to look at your path because you're coming from a better place. You're coming from a place of wanting and learning and knowing. The other times you're more desperate. So since you're in a good space right now, this is a great time to review to make sure you are truly on your path and where you want to be. And if not, this is a good time to make the corrections. It really is.
Yeah, I don't get any urgency, any kind of negativity in there. Like I feel like it's really, really a good time for this person, and there's not a lot
Yep.
that he needs information about. It's kind of like, let me just see if they're going to say that I'm going to fall in love or something like that. But it seems to be overall even.
Yeah. You see the angel eye says, I need that. I'm the daughter.
I'm the daughter.
Yeah.
And look, I was trying to think of what that design would look like in my head, but I
Question
just
is,
remember
I
I'm
was
the
gonna,
daughter.
I was gonna say, will we? My mind went someplace. I won't go there. But I can say, I could visualize some of the imagery behind it. It's like, and yeah, I'm the daughter, and it's an inside story for those guys who are curious about what it is. We were at lunch. Angel Eyes and Creating Balance was at lunch with us. Actually, it was breakfast turned to lunch a few weeks ago, and she told us a story. And one of the things about the story was where she had to keep saying, "I'm the daughter. I'm the daughter." And Angie had said before
In the
that
reading,
she's going to say, "I'm the daughter."
I'm the daughter. I'm the
And then
daughter.
sure
And
enough,
she
she was
just
like,
have
and when it happened, she was doing it, and she's like, "Oh, that's what Angie said." And so that's what that was all about. So Angie's better than she knows.
sometimes.
Sometimes, all the time. What are you talking? What are you talking? What are you talking? All the times. Lord have mercy. Even when you're wrong, you're right.
I know, Sherry, I am trying. I don't even know why I'm yawning. Like, maybe I do need to put a little bit of wine in this glass.
Need to get some coffee or some tea. Do tea time with Shauna. Rem is asking, will I be given the chance to do my rotations in the US? I'm studying somewhere in Asia right now, and I wish to know my chance of pursuing things in the US since my family is there. Thank you. So when you talk rotations, you're talking residency, Rem? Or is that different? Or is this the rotations where you're doing like the emergency room and then oncology or something else? You're doing the different things. What is your rotation? Is that what you're talking about? If you're still here?
He said yes, the second one.
Okay. And right now, I'm studying somewhere in Asia right now, and I wish
He
to know my
said, or
things in the US.
is it clerkship rotation in healthcare?
Clerkship rotation in healthcare? So are you like clerkship? But that clerkship in the U.S. usually clerkship represent. Usually you have clerkship when you're pursuing law. So if you're looking at doing law, then you would have a clerkship with a judge. So you're clerking with a judge, or you can law clerk a law clerk with an attorney as well. But usually when you talk clerking, because otherwise you're doing other things. But usually here we do that. With the medical field, they usually don't use the word clerkship. They usually use resident or and residents do the rotations, as I understand it, because when you're a resident, you are a doctor in training, and then they have you rotate in and out of the various specialties so you can get a feel for them. So you'll be in the ER, you'll be in the ER for a period of time. You'll be in different different practices over time, and that helps you to round out your skill set before you graduate. So when I see clerkship, that I'm not sure how that plays in. And so again, we're talking physician, we're talking MD, right? Or DO, depending. I'm guessing it's MD though. Is that right, Rem?
I heard no, but I heard you're better off doing it where you are. Like I feel like you've built a reputation where you are, and you'll get more out of it there. She said, in medicine, we have both clerkship and internship. I heard no. But then I heard you'll be better off where you are because maybe you've built a relationship with people, or you're a little bit more known. Like you'll come here, and I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing that the relationship, but I heard no, and I heard you'll be better off. So I don't think And the way that they're making me feel is that like they're showing me like summertime parties, and they're showing me like, oh, maybe you're partying a little too much with the family and not staying on your studies. So I'm hearing overall it'll be better for you there. And so the answer that I heard distinctly was a no.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting the same kind of vibe. The same vibe is that the system itself is not going to. They don't accommodate for that. So I don't think it's. I think it's going to be a no. But after you finish, then that's a whole different story. But
Right.
for residency or clerkship or internship, whatever you call it, yeah, that would be. I don't see that happening. I see that
And
you
I
finish.
immediately heard it's very competitive here now. So bringing someone in from outside is even more competitive. And so I just feel like it. She said that. Are you saying hospitals there don't accept you or hospitals here? I feel like it'll be to your advantage to stay there, and you will get it there. Like I feel like you'll have a couple options there. Like, oh, maybe this one, maybe this one, maybe like I feel like your options will be better there, just because of it's like apples to apples instead of apples to oranges. Like I feel like if you came here, there would be a disconnect and you miss something in between. Whereas if you get the whole thing there and then come here, it'll be different. But I feel like there'll be a disconnect if you break and leave there and come here. And like I said, immediately I heard a no, but then I also heard immediately you'll be better off if you don't come here.
So, but Brem, no matter what, make sure that if you wish to try to pursue it, you should. Even if we tell you what we believe the outcome will be, that doesn't mean that it's going to work out that way. So, most importantly, pursue what you want to
Bye for
pursue.
everything.
Exactly, pursue it, and we hope that it works out for you. But the energy right now is saying it probably isn't. So be prepared for, and just in case, be prepared that you're not too hurt when you don't get what you're hoping will come through.
Yes, she says clarifying this is the rotations, right? Yes, I'm hearing that you won't come here to do your rotations. I'm hearing that you'll be better off staying there.
Yes. Next is Jao Firmino. Any messages from my guides? Thank you.
Listen, my guides barely can get through to me. Why do y'all want me to talk to y'all guides? Like, but I'll ask.
Oh, there we go. I didn't change the question. I realized it just then. I changed it. Joao. I'm gonna call you Joe. Joe. Instantly, I'm not going to your guides. I'm going to Spirit. Spirit's talking to me. So let me talk to Spirit, and hopefully Spirit may be in communication. I don't know, but usually Spirit is pretty much universal. So we're going with that. And so Spirit is telling me that Spirit's telling me you need to change. You need to change. There's something. There's something, and I don't know what it is, but you need to change. And it seems like there's an energy around you. There's a person around you. There's something around you that is really bringing some negativity, some kind of, I don't know, some kind of something. But I'm guessing that I'm feeling like you need to do something to make a change. You need to assert yourself. You need to do something to create a change. And so if I were you, I would be looking at what that opportunity is and taking yourself up on that opportunity. And again, it's something about it's something about, again, this negative energy, somebody's negative around you, something's negative around you, and that person is keeping you down, holding you down, and not letting you move forward. What do you have, Angie?
I immediately heard listen. You're not listening. Like your receipt, like even if we tell you now, like you're not listening. It doesn't matter what we say, you're gonna do what you want to do. That's one of the things that I'm hearing. But I'm hearing listen. I do feel like there's a strong male energy that is trying to reach you or that is trying to influence you. And it could be what Don is saying about this energy that is around you. But I feel like there is a negative energy that is around. I feel like there is, and that you're just not listening overall. Like it doesn't matter who tells you, you're just not receiving it because it doesn't align with what you want. Like you have a picture as the way you want it, and anything that goes contrary to that doesn't seem to be the truth to you and your reality, which I mean, it could work out either way for you. It could work out good for you where you're like, oh, this is what I want. I'm laser focused on it. I'm going to get it. But it also could um, end up being missed opportunities. But I do feel like your guys are talking to you. And one of the things I hear is why do you need them to tell you what we're saying? We're your guys. They're not my guys, they're your guys. They're there to guide you. And if you're not going to listen to them, then why should they be there? You know what? I got a lot of nerve, don't
Uh-huh.
I?
Physician, heal
Yes.
thyself. Kind of the same thing. Yeah.
I'm just saying. But they are saying you don't listen. You know what? I feel real judged right now by spirit. Like I feel like this is Irene coming in like a totally different way. Like I feel so judged right now. Like, hold on. Who is saying this? Like Joe, is it like is it Joe? Is it really Samuel? Like, really? I feel real judged right now. So I'm just saying you, like me, must not be listening. So, you know what? I really feel judged right now. Like, I cannot get over how judged I feel. But they are saying that you're not listening and that, Don, you can just go ahead because I'm so judged. I can't even finish.
No, I think that's about it. The only other thing I was thinking is that is oh gosh, I don't know. And this could be a stretch, but it's like I'm wondering if this is if your baby daddy, I guess you would call it, the guy who's the father of your child or children, is that negative force or negative influence you're having, that person is help bringing you down or keeping you down, holding you down. I'm sensing that if it's not an energy, it's a person. And if it's a person, then I'm guessing it's somebody who is connected to you through your children. And so I'm going to leave it at that. But Angie, it's not in your case. In your case, it's
I'm just not going to even talk no
you.
more. Like, I feel like Irene was like, and I ain't even have to say nothing.
Yeah, she kind of went nee 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 nee.
She'll be back.
Told you so. Told you so. Told you so. Next is Parul's question. And Parul is saying, will I be able to repay all my parents' bank loans in far future with my career profession before marriage? And will I be able to save 500 something money in parents' account for their old age before marriage?
If you are able to do all that, I really would like to know what profession you are going into. Like, because I need to follow along in your footsteps. Um, Before marriage. Okay. Instantly as I read it, I felt like the loans, like there's going to be a government intervention on that. Like, like I feel like that's kind of how that, like that's a vibe that I got there. But like I just keep hearing like that is going to take a lot of dedication to get that. I'm not getting a yes or no either way. Um,
Well, then I'm jumping on through because I am.
yeah, go ahead because I'm not getting anything.
No, what I'm getting, Parul, is that what I'm getting is that no. The answer is no. You are not going to get those paid off first because you are going to be blessed. You're going to be meeting someone sooner than you anticipate, and that someone is going to be that someone that you want, and that someone you will marry. And it's not going to fit in your plan. I clearly see water. I see fluidity. So change in plans. Even though you're planning, even though you have planned, and even though you want to plan for this, eventually what's going to happen is that someone special is going to come in at a time when you didn't plan for it, which is a good thing. This is a good thing. Okay. you're going to, this person's going to come into your life and they're going to wow you, and you are going to wind up getting married before you anticipated getting married, and you will not have had the opportunity to pay them off. Now, you will have wanted to, you would have planned on it, and you would have been making payments to be that situation. But I'm telling you that relationship is going to come in and it's going to blow you away, and you're going to be totally blown from your plan, but for a good reason. You will eventually pay them off, not a problem. And they'll be happy that you did and so forth, but it will not happen before you marry, because I'm sensing the fact you're going to marry again sooner than you anticipate. And it's going to be for the best. You're going to find that person again. That's really, you're going to be one of these blessed people to find one that really works out for you. So when you marry, it's going to be forever. It's going to be good. That's what I'm getting. Angie, that look doesn't say anything very promising there.
I don't have any. Like, I'm getting a dead flat nothing on this one.
Mm-hmm.
So I might go with what you said because that sounds good.
Yeah, no, I got a great feeling. And it was nice to get that hit. It was like, wow, that's fantastic. So Prabhu, good stuff coming your way. So don't be surprised if your plans change, but they're changing for a good reason, and you will be happy that they did. And yeah, that's a wonderful, wonderful situation there. Next is Angel Eyes. Angel Eyes is next. I have a specific question tonight. And it says, I want to know if one of my loved ones who have passed is trying to send me a message. I have been experiencing pictures crashing off the wall and mirrors falling down, unless this is just a coincidence. Any earthquakes over there, Angel?
Oh my gosh, you took the words right off. I was like, was it an earthquake? Okay.
It is California.
First of all, I would be like, look, unless y'all come to clean up this glass, you need to stop knocking these pictures off the wall, because no. But
0909, by the way. I just looked down at the clock. I know, crazy again numbers, but 0909.
On your phone, because I'm like, my clock doesn't show up like that. Okay.
Yeah, I just went on to 09, but it was 0909. I'm not sensing anything. I'm not sensing that it's coming from. I'm not sensing it coming from spirit.
Right. I don't get that kind of entity. Like, I don't get that kind of energy. But I don't feel like it's a coincidence either.
Do you have a poltergeist? Do you have a poltergeist around you? Do you have a poltergeist that may travel with you? Somebody, a playful entity? Have you ever felt that?
And can I come over and look? Can I come and talk to him? You know, I like a poltergeist. You know, I like to be like, hey, what's going on?
No, because then they come home with you.
You know what? I'm ready to replace Samuel because he is not being kind. So, Samuel, you get fired.
No one's mad at you, Angel Eyes. I don't get that at all. If anything, I'm feeling maybe a poltergeist around, a playful entity who just does those things to get attention. Don't be surprised if you'll probably catch them out of the side of your eye. You're probably going to see like flashes and stuff, and that's what you'll see. It's more of a poltergeist than, it's not a spirit. It's not somebody mad at you. It's not somebody who's passed on that you knew of. It's nothing about that. I think it's a poltergeist. It's a playful spirit, but if you lay the law down and say, you know what, you guys can be playful, you can move things, but don't be breaking nothing. They'll listen. Believe it or not, they tend to listen well because they don't mean to do anything. Light bulbs flickering, that makes sense too, because again, that would be the poltergeist. So I would say yes. And again, people, when I say poltergeist, it's not like the very evil image in the movie of poltergeist. It's actually usually it's a playful spirit, and usually a positive playful spirit. So, but yeah, don't be surprised if you sense that. Sherry Berry says she just said that PK energy. So
I get that. Like I feel like you're deep in thought when this happens. Like it snaps you out of a trail of thought that you were in. Like you were on a thought train, and it snaps you out of that and brings you back into reality. And that it is definitely to get your attention, but you're not even focusing on what's like what it is that you were intently and thought about, or what you should like. Like it brings you back to reality because I feel like you're going deep, 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 deep thought, and when this happens, it jars you and brings you back to reality. Um, because I feel like your thoughts are strong and you're drawing in. So it feels like maybe when you are having a negative train of thought or you're having an intense train of thought, it snaps you back out of it because you're pulling those things into your energy. And so I don't see it as a loved one, and I don't see it as a negative thing either, but I do feel like it is something that would I feel like it's something that is getting your attention, making you kind of, um take notice of where you are, what you're thinking about, and you just haven't um really paid attention to it. So it's pulling you out of whatever train of thought that you're in to bring you back to reality, because otherwise you'll pull those negative thoughts. Like, how some people be like, oh, okay, I got to go to a doctor. I got to go have an x-ray. And they've already been like, oh, it's broken. I got to get a cast. I got to get, like, they take it all the way to the end. It's pulling you out of that train of thought so you don't pull those things into your energy. And so I don't think that it's a negative thing, but I do think it is something to bring your attention to and focus back into where you should be.
Yeah. One more thing, I have angel eyes for you, and that is that I was sensing that I can't remember for sure, but I was sensing you have a big ring, you wear a big ring, and I'm sensing that you'd be careful over the next few weeks. I'm sensing that, like, it may have already happened, I don't know, but I'm sensing that something happens where the ring gets caught or stuck and it pulls, and it could wind up hurting your finger. It could even wind up, so be careful in the next few weeks with when you're doing something, like when you're opening drawers and shutting them and things, and make sure that you're being careful with how you use your fingers, and make sure that your ring is not putting you at risk, because I'm sensing, so I'm getting this feeling of your ring getting caught and then yanking at your finger and causing wow, I just popped my own knuckle there. Just like this. So be careful about please be careful with your ring, this hand, and I'm sensing rings there. I don't know, but anyway, I'm getting the feeling like a wedding ring and a band, and just being caught on something. So I would suggest that you just pay a little more attention than usual for the next little bit, because there's something about that coming up, and I don't want that energy coming through without having it mentioned to you, so you can be aware of it. Okay. With that said, let's move on. Hopefully it helps you, angel eyes. Again, I think it's a poltergeist energy, and again, it's playful. You can help it set limits because you can control poltergeists to agree, but they are playful, and they will sometimes ignore you no matter what. But if you tell them not to break something, they tend to listen that way.
Right, because I'm not going to keep cleaning up this stuff.
Exactly. Okay. Let's see. Next is Stephanie. Oh, I guess I should pop on that. There you go. And Stephanie McQuarrie Anderson is asking for a general reading. That name sounds familiar. Did we do a general reading or reading for her last week? I can say that name because I remember the Anderson part.
They're showing me like a fair or some kind of setting where you're at some kind of business opportunity where you're selling things, like you're sitting at a table or a booth. For us, it would be like going to a psychic fair. So I feel like you're at some kind of fair or some kind of you're considering going to some kind of place where you would showcase your work and then people would be able to buy your items. And maybe you're considering whether you should do that. I do think that you should say yes to this opportunity, because I clearly see you sitting at there's lots of people in the room and they're at a table, and they have all of these items for sale, and you're sitting behind your desk and you sell out. Like you end up selling out of your items, but and long before the event is over. So if you're considering whether you should go to this event or not, I do see that it is a yes, and that you should go to this event. Yeah. She said, okay, just ask her. Yeah, I feel like it's a yes. I don't know that it's apparel, and it may be, but I do see you sitting at a table. Somebody just asked you to do an event. And yes, you know what? There are two of you sitting at the table, like you're conversating, but I feel like you sell out rather quickly. Like you underestimated your need, or you underestimated your talent. That's what it is. You underestimate your talent, not the need. You couldn't think about, you didn't consider that you would sell that much. Like you didn't think that far ahead. And so you definitely need to say yes, because I clearly see you sitting in this room. I see you selling out quickly, and then I see you taking orders. So if you don't have cards or some kind of flyer or something, you need something that you can hand out to people to say, hey, well, you can order from me, and I'll do personalized order, because I also see you doing little, I did this order, I did this order, I did this order. Like, I feel like organizations are going to ask you specifically for you to do things specific for them. And I do see red and white clearly. So I don't know if that has to do with your sorority or whatever it is, but I do see red and white clearly. But I do see people asking you to make stuff for them, and you being able to do it. So whatever this event is that they're asking you to do, it's a kickoff to where you're going to be going, to whatever your next thing is. But you are definitely going to sell out of whatever you bring to this event, and then you're going to get more orders. Like, oh, well, could you do this and could you do that? That's how I see it. That's all I got. Oh, I'm sorry. That's it.
Do 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 do. Now I'm gonna turn to an old movie, which I think is a new movie to me because I still remember it clearly as day one, which is Ghost. I love that movie, and I also remember Whoopi Goldberg, and I remember Whoopi. I love Whoopi in that movie, by the way. I love Whoopi. Period. So, but anyway,
what did you say? Ghost?
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And so there's a few times in that movie that are just so amazing, and I love it. And a few times, I mean, her lines, she has some just amazing lines. I am going somewhere with this, I promise. Anyway, so the one
I like a good story.
There you go. And I can weave one from time to time, you know. Sometimes I get lost though, you know. Anyway, so there's one point in the movie though where they says Molly, he's talking to Whoopi and telling Whoopi what to say to Molly. And he says, Molly, you're in trouble. Or Molly, you're in trouble. And something like that. And she goes, you just can't say it that way. And, you know, she's talking to him. And then she comes back, she goes, Molly, girl, you in trouble. Or Molly, you in trouble, girl. You know, remember that? So, Stephanie, girl, there's some trouble around you. I'll put it that way. There is somebody a little bit deceptive, somebody who's working against you, somebody who is doing something like to tear you down instead of building themselves up. Somebody around you is being dishonest. They're not being true to you. They're not being a friend. They're being the opposite of that. So when you see this card, it's a warning card. It's like, pay attention. This is the Seven of Swords. And so the Seven of Swords energy is very clearly that card. It's deceptive. It is somebody around you, again, not being honest, not being true. And sometimes, again, it's somebody who is backbiting. They're tearing you down to build instead of because they can't build themselves up. They'd rather tear you down. It's easier route for them. So be careful. Understand this very carefully, because that's the energy that I'm seeing. It's, again, by understanding and noticing and acknowledging that situation, you're going to make yourself happy. That's that new energy that comes from that, because you're releasing it. You may need to talk to somebody else to get some advice on how to handle it. You may need to have a conversation with somebody above them to straighten it out if there's somebody above you, but there's work to be done in that regard. And again, this is the energy that can come from this if they tie you up to the point where you can't break free. So you need to do that. So again, drop the swords. Don't make a fight. Just most importantly, just say, you know what, take it on and try to figure out how you can handle it and have this person removed from having that kind of influence over you. Again, most of the time, the power of it, and this is interesting because there's the patience card, which is the temperance. That's the overall energy. Most of all is understanding the person's there, and when you know they're there, and when you know that that's what they have intended, it's easier to handle them, because it's like knowing it's the devil you know versus the one you don't know, that kind of deal. So when you know that somebody's out there doing that, that's great, because at that point you're like, you know what? I got your number. I know what you are. So we don't have to worry about this because I can work around this. And that's what I'm telling you. There's somebody there. So be careful. Be careful about this person. They're there. Anything else you have, Angie?
I was just going to say, I feel like the person that is tearing her down is in her current position, her current job, and not in what she's going to do. Like, this is going to break her off from that, and she's not going to have to deal with that. Like, this side job, like, I remember last week distinctly telling you you're going to be in a brick and mortar, like in 5 years from your house to to a building. And so that person that is deceptive seems to be, and I'm getting chills, and this is the first time I've got chills tonight, so maybe holding on to this stick and telling them to remove all the negative energy is clearly working. But I feel like that negative person is in your current job, not in your what you're going to do. So this person that is asking you to do this craft or to do this apparel, that's a yes. This deceptive person is in your current position.
Yes, absolutely. Hopefully it helped you, Stephanie. Next we have Jontu Loya Chavez. And Jontu Loya Chavez says, please, we have an upcoming family vacation. I just would like to know if it's going to be fun for the kids. We need some fun. Girl or man, I don't know which it is, but whichever it is, you don't need to ask us that. I think you can use that energy to plan to make sure it happens that way. I guess I don't understand the reasoning for your question, because when you ask that question, again, it's like, I'm confused.
It was that simple for me too, Don, because I immediately thought kids have fun anywhere. Kids have fun just running around in a circle. Like, whatever pressure you're putting on this, is it really for the kids, or is it because of, like, there's some tension in the families? I feel like the kids are going to play wherever they go or whatever you do, unless you're taking them to like some kind of camp or something where they have to, like, I don't know, do push-ups or something. But children usually have a good time no matter where they are. So I feel like there's an underlying question under there. Like you said, will the kids have fun? They will, just because they're with you. But I feel like there's some bigger issue above that, and you're wondering if it's going to interfere with the children's fun. And I'm hearing yes, it can, if you allow it to. As long as you are focused on making sure the kids have a good time and just laughing with them. Like, it doesn't seem like it takes a lot to make the kids laugh. And so the pressure that you're putting on it really seems to be outside of the kids' source or issue. Bring us to happier times. Again, when you say happier times, why is there something you're not telling us about the kids? Like, do you feel like the kids are unhappy? Like, I don't get that the kids are unhappy. I feel that they are okay. Like, the restrictions are tough on everybody as far as COVID and the pandemic. But I feel like when you ask, bring us back to happier times, it's the parent dynamic that is having the issue and not the children. So I may not be right, but Don, you can.
No, I was wondering that same question about is there a conflict between the parents and the kids are sensing that conflict, or is there something else there? Are these older children that we're talking about, and not children, not like young children? John, too, can you give us some direction there? Because again, to me, it's when I read this, I'm like, if it's
When I
younger
see
children,
kids,
they're
I think
oblivious.
littles.
Right.
And if, like, I feel like there's an underlying question about relationships, and you're wanting to know if you'll be one big happy. Oh, he said 15 and 13. Okay, perfect. No, it's more just we have had bad luck. 10. Wait, what?
So you're saying you have bad luck on vacations generally, And so you're wondering if you're going to have bad luck on this vacation. It's not luck. I mean, I don't mean, again, it's preparation, it's planning, it's making sure that you have a structure around where you're headed, leave nothing to chance, and then follow through with that planning. I mean, and again, this is not psychic, this is not cards. This is just, if you're wanting to have a good outcome, put more into the planning stage, and therefore you can probably have something ready. So even if plans go wrong, it'll happen. But I don't I don't have anything to tell you. I really don't. I don't feel one way or the other. I
They're
think the kid
showing
was.
me roller skating for some reason. Does the 10-year-old like roller skating? Like I feel like it doesn't matter what the activity is as long as you are um spending time with them. I don't feel like okay. Okay. So like all the things you described are adult things. These are all things that happen with adults. So when you say it'll be happier time for the kids, so maybe you haven't been able to give them all the delights that they have, but I don't see that they're experiencing it the way that you are experiencing it. Like all the things that you described in that comment, the bills, the cars and the debts and all that, that seems to be like adult issues. So you're wondering if this vacation will bring you some joy and also share that family unit with the kids, because I don't feel like the kids are experiencing in such a harsh and negative way as that you are, unless you're discussing all those things with the children and you're saying, oh, well, we can't do this because the car is broken down. Oh, we can't do this because of the bills. So then that way, that may be putting a little pressure or a little bit of sadness in them. But otherwise, I don't see them experiencing it the way that you do. It's kind of like, oh, the rents due, the cables due, the blah, blah, blahs due, and so mom and dad are in a little bit of a mood. And so we may be a little short with the kids, but I don't see that they're overall unhappy. It seems to be okay. But I do keep seeing a skating ring and someone going skating. So I don't know if one of the kids likes skating, but I see something as simple as that. Like you're wanting to do a big, 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 big thing to get away when you probably could do a smaller thing closer to home that would suffice also.
I'm going to give you a little story. This is another woven tale. So sit on back, get yourself some coffee or tea because you're going to need some caffeine. Maybe you'll get a little long. I don't know. But this is true. This is a life story from me. When I was very, very, very young, I'm talking like really young, we lived in Baltimore City. My parents moved from West Virginia to Baltimore so that they would have a place to have income and therefore a steady job, because in West Virginia at that time, that wasn't a good place to be because you were either a coal miner, a farmer, or a moonshiner or something. And there wasn't a lot. And so my dad wanted to make sure he could give his kids a good life. So they moved to Baltimore. So my mother and father had 3 kids and then quickly 4 kids within a few years. We moved into a new house on the street that I grew up on. So the only house I've ever known in my life that I can remember is that house. The first year we moved in, my parents also were lucky enough to have 2 other parents move in at the same time. And so those parents all had the same financial trouble at Christmas time that my parents did. There was no money in the coffers because they had just moved, and so there was just no money. So the parents got together and they went to vets, the AmVets, which is American Veterans, and it was like a thrift store where people donated money and then they would sell the stuff, and then that would go to support the American veterans. And so there you would get not the best stuff, and it was used, and it was whatever people donated. And my parents went there and they got stuff with the other 2 sets of parents, and they brought it back. They brought back a broken down bicycle. They brought back a lot of other broken down things, and they brought back a lot of clothing so they could cut it up into material. And what they did is they painted the bicycle, cleaned it up, painted it, fixed it. So one of the kids got a bicycle and one of the kids got this, and they took nothing and made it something. The fathers also took wood that was thrown away down at the lumber yard, and they made doll houses for the girls. And then the women took the old clothes, cut them up, and made little clothes for little dolls that they made. And they made bedspreads and all those other things. And so what I'm getting at is that that Christmas was so cool, and we had all these things, and we were so we thought it was wonderful, and we thought it was so exciting. And this stuff was made from our parents, but we had such a wonderful Christmas. And only later in years, when we look back on that Christmas, were we informed that that was such a hard Christmas and that it was so challenging for the parents. But yet for us kids, we just thought it was amazing Christmas. So again, like Angie was saying, a lot of times the kids are oblivious. They're just having fun. They don't know until later in life. You may tell them, damn, you remember this? And they're like, yeah, but I didn't see it that way, because they are oblivious. So when you make your plans, just let the kids do what they can do and have themselves some fun, and don't share the hard times with them. Let them have their child life, and you'll be surprised what fun memories they'll have. And again, that time was amazing for my parents. They'll remember it was very, very hard for them. And yet we as kids enjoyed that immensely. And it's one of my best memories. So keep that in mind. Okay, back to work. Next is, hopefully that helped you, John, too. Next is, is that right? Lynn, you are next. Lynn Palmer. Lynn Palmer gave us 3 hearts at the end. What's up with that? Lynn Palmer's question is, what's coming up for me in the next month or 2? Anything exciting for me, please?
Wait, what's coming up? It didn't post Lynn's question. It posted. Okay, there you go.
Sorry.
I heard immediately a yes, but then I got a seesaw. Like you're having highs and lows, or but I feel like it's in your career, because I feel like you're at work, but it's a playground. So I feel like you're having highs and lows. Like some days you feel like, oh, you still want to do this, and then other days you feel like there's a lot of helicopters outside. Like I really want to go and be nosy and feel like see what's going on. Like, are y'all searching for somebody? Because I do have a story about an intruder that was outside, but but oh my gosh. Oh yeah, the seesaw. So I did get an excitement, like, yes, there is something good coming up for you. Like I feel like you've been on a seesaw. They are showing me that highs and lows. Like when you're up, something brings you down, or when you're down, something, you have to struggle. Like you have to really, like, if you're on a seesaw, you're doing all the work to raise yourself back up. Like you're really having to push hard to raise yourself back up. And every time you're up, something else brings you back down. So you're a little bit like, well, do I still want to do this? Do I not want to do that? But I do feel like something good is coming in the next 1 to 2 months. Are you applying for jobs? I feel like you are ready to leave, but you also may have longevity where you are. And so you're not sure if you want to get a new focus. And what I'm hearing is sometimes a breath of fresh air or a new breath. And they're showing me that Ace of Wands. So I'm thinking definitely something new, something, yes, a new opportunity, but you are going to have to pursue it. Like you're going to have to go ahead. Like I feel like there's a fear of, if I leave here, will I get something better than this? And the answer is yes. But you are going to have to apply. Like you're going to have to take the steps on this journey. So if you decide not to apply, or not to start looking for something else, then you're going to stay on that seesaw until, and this is how they show you, that other person is so heavy on you that they hit you and you soar off of the seesaw and you land upside down, so you're out of sorts. The change is going to come, but you're out of sorts. Whereas if you take the steps and go out there and start applying for jobs or making that change, you'll move to something else and it'll be okay. So I definitely feel like a change is coming, but you are going to have to get it in motion. Nobody's going to push you, because I feel like you've had opportunities where a good thing has come and you've pushed back, or you hemmed and you hawed and you didn't do it. And so Spirit is like, okay, if you really, really want it, then you'll take the steps and then we'll be behind you, but we're not going to start it again, because it's a whole bunch of false starts with you not stepping into the goodness that they're bringing to you. And that's all I have.
Well, the first card that came out is the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of
I like an
Pentacles is
ace.
good because, again, new is coming, something new is coming, and it's going to change your economics. So apparently part of this problem you're having or experiencing is economics as well, and that is going to be changing. Something's coming in to change it. Now, what's coming in? News of something new. And it's going to make it's happy news. Let me get closer because the damn light again. Happy news, happy. When you see the cups are happy, it's emotions and so forth. So again, happy news, and that happy news is going to be bringing a news about something that's going to be bringing money in abundance. And when I say money, I guess I should also say abundance. I should be clear, it's abundance. It doesn't always mean actual money. It could be, again, abundance. It should be abundance because abundance is saying it could be a change in something that turns life around. It could be those things because it's something that fulfills the cup. It fills the cup, and that's the point. It also is going to help you think differently because, again, you've been thinking more negatively, and this is going to help you change your negative thinking into positive thinking. It's bringing a close to a cycle. This is the 10 of Wands, close to a cycle again. So that's a good thing because anytime you see an ace, don't be surprised when you see a 10 or a 10 and an ace. I mean, one is a close, one is a new. So again, something is closing, bringing closure. Therefore, something new is coming. And the King of Cups is here. So again, it's going to change. You're definitely giving a change, but you're okay with that change, and you're in control as the change happens. If you see the fluidity, the water underneath the King and the Cups, that's the fluidity, that's change. But you're good with change. Change is okay. Also, this is a happy, jovial King, and so this is you being a happy person moving toward this, and also more confidence as Angie yawns at us.
I'm sorry. Yeah, my stomach is growling, so that's a double
Oh my
whammy.
goodness, it's all alive over there. What's next? Anyway, so yeah, it looks like good things are coming for you. Again, change is coming. The change is again, the change is important but it is coming. And so don't be surprised about the news on that. Yes, money expected to come in, a class action lawsuit coming, hopefully. Okay. Well, again, don't be surprised if you get the money because we saw the money there, and again, that's going to help change. So I think again, that's coming. And it will be coming within a short period of time. I'm not saying 2 months or so, but month or two, but it's around the corner. I'll go there because I don't. But with the numbers, I didn't see a specific number. Number wasn't screaming at me, but it's coming soon.
I didn't get a specific number either, but she said the next couple months. So
Yeah,
I did hear yes. So, but
yeah.
I again cannot confirm whether it's the next couple months, but I do see definitely it does seem to be summertime. So that could take you well into June. So,
Mm-hmm.
maybe.
Super. Next is Kim. I'm gonna have to post it so you can see it because I can't even begin to butcher that name. It's gonna be bad.
Okay. It's something like Shams Dean. I know the last part is Dean because I do know her, and I just call her Kim.
I say, yeah, that could get us. That could, if we're not careful with saying that name, we get us banned. I was like, what did you say? I'm so conflicted these days. What should I do in order to be at peace?
Immediately I saw a big foot kicking somebody out the door. Like I literally saw um like them standing in the door and just a big foot kicking somebody out the door. So I don't know if these are like I don't feel like these are children that you're kicking out. Like, cause I thought, oh, maybe, she was like, you know what, it's time for you to go, it's time for you to go, it's time for you to go. I don't feel like that, but I do feel like somebody is getting pushed out. You're like I feel like you sit in your car in the driveway and you just kind of take a deep breath before you go in the house. That's clearly how I see you. And it may not be in the driveway, but I see you sitting in your car and it takes you a minute to be like, let me get ready for this before you go in the house. Your peace is your home is your sanctuary. Like that's where you want your peace at, and it's usually a happy space. And it does not feel like that is a happy space for you. I feel like you leave your place of business exhausted and you just want to come home and rest, and then you come home and there's chaos. So I feel like you are ready to clean house, like you're at the break. Like I feel like you're just like if somebody was to take their hair and just pull it, like you're at your breaking point there. So either you're gonna do it, and they're showing me a tower now, so either you're gonna do it or God, the universe, spirit is going to do it on your behalf. but something is about to happen. Something feels like it's going to be happening. I hear 6 months. Those are that I clearly see a six and I see months, that this is going to happen within the next 6 months, that this tower moment is going to happen. So either you're going to you're going to take it and do it, or the tower is going to happen. So I think when it's the tower, that means that's the universe doing it. And then because you wouldn't do it. And so in this situation, you're either going to start the ending, and they're also showing me the 10 of Wands, which means there's a painful, heavy load. You're carrying a heavy load that you don't have to carry, because they're showing me two 10 of Wands. They're showing me the one 10 of Wands, where the one that Don just showed, where they have all those sticks in their hand and they're holding them, and it's a heavy load. But then they're also showing me the one where there's a donkey walking beside you, and instead of you using the assistance of the donkey to carry the load, you're carrying it and the donkey is walking free. So you're carrying a load that you don't have to carry. You're carrying more than you need to carry, is how they're presenting it to me. And that you need to like, I feel like there's a lot of tearful nights. I see tearful nights. I see you praying. I see you trying to be faithful. I see you really trying to get this answer in your way, the way that you pray, the way that you feel like you reach your higher power, and you're just like, why is this not working? Because you see the writing on the wall, and it's like you're just painting over it with joy, or trying to paint over with joy, and you're not doing a good job. And so this tower moment does seem to be happening or coming within the next 6 months. And that's all I got, Dom.
Okay. I do see when you ask for what should I do to be, what should I do in order to be at peace? The first card that came out is surrender. You got to just drop the damn swords. You got to stop. And sometimes you got to say, let go, let God. And that's what this is. It's like you've been carrying too much for too long. You've been doing too many things for too long for too many people. You have been, again, putting everybody first, and yourself is second, third, or fourth, depending on how everything fills in there. But you have got to just stop and say, you know what? Sometimes you can't do it. Sometimes you don't have it. You don't need to do it. So sometimes this is the card. Let me get it closer so I can get out of that damn light. But it's let go, let God. This is I'm telling you, let go, let God. This is drop the swords. Now there is going to be some hurt feelings when this happens. There's going to be some unhappy people. Who cares? You're asking what's going to bring you peace, and I'm telling you what's going to bring you peace. That's going to bring you a new sense of well-being, a new sense of spirituality, because you are a spiritual person. We already know that. And so this is going to bring you, again, more connected with spirit. You're going to be actually listening to spirit again, because somehow you've tuned it out, because it's like more than noise. There's so much noise around you, so much noise, that you've kind of tuned out spirit with everything else. And that's because, again, you're doing too much for too many. You're going to rise above this. It will happen. It's going to take a few months. This is not going to be overnight. Doesn't work that way. You got yourself into this a long way. You're going to take yourself time to get out of this a long way. And this is a 6, by the way, too, like Angie was saying. This is a 6. And so, but you have the power to do it. You need to take control. The problem is, again, is that when you have to take control and say, I need to let go. Again, and that sounds like a conflict. What I'm not saying take control of everything. What I'm saying is take control of yourself and make yourself let go. Because again, you feel compelled to do so much. And it's like, damn, stop it already. Stop it. And so even when you let go, let God, you'll still feel like you have to do this. And so you have to control yourself and say, no, I've just got to let it go. I've got to let it go. And news is going to come in that's going to be nurturing and fulfilling and bringing on a new way of thinking, a new way of being, and a new kind of happiness. But it's going to take an adjustment, because again, the first adjustment is you letting the universe take a little control. You letting God take control, letting whoever your deity might be having control. And that is a very hard thing to do. But you've got to do it, because right now it's not working, and this cannot continue. And the way you do it is let go, let God. And that's what the question you asked us, and that was the first card that came out. So let go, let God, and then just say, you know what? My plate's full. I don't have anything more. I let go, let God. Let go, let God. That's what I'm getting.
I definitely like, as you were saying that, I definitely feel like maybe God, or God, the universe, spirit has already started to pull apart, and then you pulled it back together. So you're having a tug of war with spirit, and they're like, we're gonna win. We're gonna win. You can pull as hard as you were. What you're gonna do is wear yourself out, and then spirit is gonna get what they wanted anyway. You're just gonna be at your breaking point when you get there. Whereas if you just take your hands off and allow your prayers that you are saying to actually manifest and to happen, then things will naturally work out. But you are working way too hard, and I do feel like if you do not allow some of this naturally occurring higher power to resolve this for you, you are going to cause your own self-health problems that are unnecessary. And so if you would just let spirit do it, it'll work out for you.
Hopefully it helps you. If you have any feedback, let us know. Hopefully we've been able to give you something that gives you some feeling of, I don't know. So at least you know. That's the important thing. Sometimes we don't get the answers we want because they're not what we were hoping for, but it's the answers we needed to hear. And that's the thing. Angie and I, and even Shauna in the morning, we don't sugarcoat it. We do sugarcoat it sometimes, not so it's not as painful, but we're not going to change the reading to make you happy. That's not going to be the case. Our readings are based on what we see, what we feel, what we hear. And if it's a good one, we're going to let you know. If it's a rough one, we may sugarcoat it to the point where you feel like it's not so hard to hear initially, but we're not going to tell you it's the opposite. It's not going to happen. So unfortunately, you get the good and the bad with us, and sometimes it's bad and sometimes it's good. So go with that, and hopefully it helps you. Next is Sherry Berry, and Sherry Berry's question is a general question about my path as far as my spirit wants me.
I immediately heard spirit wants you to get out of your own way. Like, and then they showed me the little, the little mallet and the bowl, where they, you're grinding up herbs and stuff. Like, I feel like you're not tapping into a natural ability. And I keep hearing the word witch. Like, I keep hearing like you are very knowledgeable on herbs, and you're not tapping into that as much as you should, because you are really allowing you're allowing career to affect your grounded peace. You're usually a lot more grounded. You're usually a lot more in tune with your higher self, your higher power, and the cares of what's happening at work, or the chaos at work, the the difficulties that you're having are overshadowing you receiving. Like, I feel like the light is coming, but because you're so intently thinking about what's going on at work, it's being blocked. It's not coming down in there. But you have natural abilities and you have natural talents that you're not tapping into. Like, there's things that you can do, like, tonics, elixirs, herbs. Like, you could heal stuff with your herbs, with things that you could give people to, like, oh, just take this. Like, you'll tell them, but if you actually mix it up and say, hey, put this under, steep this in some hot water, drink it, blah blah blah, it'll help. Like, you are not allowing your natural talents to shine through, because you're like, well, this isn't going to pay the bills, and you really do need to hone in on the things that you are supposed to be doing spiritually. Definitely. You are itching to use your psychic abilities. You're not using them in the way that you have normally been using them. You are very much, and this is what I hear. So you're very much of the world right now, and you're not above it. You're not grounded. I clearly hear you're not grounded, and you're not stepping outside of your spiritualness like you usually do. You're very much in the world and letting the chaos of the world block your connection. You usually have a much stronger connection, and you're just not getting that connection as you normally do. And so I really feel like you need to walk that line back to being grounded, for one. Like, I feel like you would walk outside with no shoes on. And so I really feel like you need to walk that line back to that. And then everything else will settle down because you're trying to fight your natural instincts. I want to say this, but that's a bad thing. So I can't really say that I can't use my metaphysical for negative things when if you would just allow spirit to work it out, then you wouldn't have to fight your urge to want to seek your own revenge. That's it. Let me wave this wand again. The energy is gone.
That was a lot, and it was deep. I was like, oh my goodness. Whew. Sherry, is it your birthday? Is it your birthday? Who were we just talking to? You just had a birthday. Somebody, the young lady before us. Who was I just talking to? The person before this, they just had a birthday.
Kim?
Kim?
That's who we were talking to before Sherry. I think it was Kim.
No, I'm getting Lynn.
Oh, Lynn. Okay, yeah.
Did we
She
do a
was
Lynn?
before
Did we
that.
do a Lynn?
Lynn was before Kim.
Yeah, happy birthday, Lynn. It's Lynn had a birthday. I just got that. I'm getting Lynn. Lynn had a birthday. Yeah. Something about her birthday is unique. It happened at the end of the month, but something about her birthday is unique, and that's why it popped in my head. So, Lynn, if you're still here, why is your birthday unique? What's unique about it? She's probably gone. She's like, I got my news. I'm gone. You guys were not happy. Was she a good one or not? Let me see. Let me go back
She
here.
was. She was the one with the money coming in, the lawsuit, the seesaw.
Okay. Now I'm curious. Okay, Lynn. Let us know, Lynn, if you're still here, if there's something unique about your birthday.
Like maybe it's on the 29th and she celebrates it on the 1st.
I'm figuring that. I'm feeling that kind of energy. Like it's something unique about that. But I've never met anybody that did that, so it's interesting. That'd be interesting.
I have a friend who lives in Tucson. She was born on the 29th and she celebrates.
Oh, is that right?
Yep.
Is that the one with curly hair?
No, this is another person. This is somebody I went to high school with from Michigan. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But she's also a Pisces, that person.
Sherry says, I am too a leap baby. What? You said said your birthday is December.
Oh, maybe she was trying to write December baby here. Put your glasses on, Sherry. Put your glasses on.
Oh, Lynn. Maybe she's feeling the same thing I was feeling with Lynn, that she's a leap baby.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Look, we need a whole sentence. You know we can't piece it together. We don't know if you're talking about you or the other person.
Especially with the delay. The delay kind of messes it up because you're like, we're on to something else.
Okay, so you feel like Lynn is a leap baby. Okay, that's what I got.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling.
There
Yeah. Oh shoot, things flew. Holy crap, things went everywhere.
I feel
Sherry,
like Don was just trying to conjure up the energy.
Sherry, my dear, you have a lot of things going on. You have a lot of stuff flying in the air. Lord have mercy. You have a lot of things going on. You've planted a lot of seeds, and maybe it's time for you to appreciate what you've done, because apparently you're not appreciating all the work you've already put in. So you need to take a little time and appreciate what it is you've already accomplished. Something new is coming your way that's going to turn things around and make you happy. So a new opportunity is coming your way. And that could be, again, a business opportunity, because this is the Wands card. So when you have the Wands card, that's a possibility. There's a King of Swords, again, business situation. That's more of a business. Again, we're talking business. So it looks like maybe you're changing jobs again. Maybe you're looking at changing a job, and maybe looking at something that's aligning your path more, because you are not aligned with your path. The Judgment cards here, the Judgment cards, like, hey, this is the time to now make a decision, make a choice of which way you're going to go, and follow your path, follow your heart, because most of the decisions before, it seems, have been more for logical reasons, and maybe it's time to try something a little different, go a direction that isn't controlled by that. Queen of Cups, Queen of Cups, Queen of Cups. Love it. You're gonna, again, change is coming. That's that change underneath. That's that water, and it's going to make you happy. So be patient with the change, but change is coming. Again, I think that change I'm still getting is with business, but I also see a potential for a relationship coming in, a love interest. Loving that. look at that. It's going to be a good one for you. It's going to help you it's going to help you like, feel young and revitalized again, lots of new energy. So Sherry, good things are coming your way. So get ready. Be prepared. Be prepared. Like the Lion King. So hopefully it helped you, Sherry.
I have one more thing. Sherry, did someone just ask you to make something for them, like some kind of herb or some kind of honey or some kind of something, and you thought no, that you weren't going to, you said no to it, or you didn't want to deal with it? Like, I feel like those are little pushes or nudges from spirit to say, hey, this is more practice. Hey, this is you honing in on. Hey, this could be, this could be, this could be, this is what you want to do. And you are saying no to people, or you're saying, oh no, I just do it for myself. Oh no, I don't really do that. And so you are kind of missing opportunities, or you're kind of swatting opportunities out of your way to make money or to get into that line of business, which is where you really want to be. That's it.
And Sherry, you have information? Yes, I hope. If not, it's advice@sonoranmystictarot.com. Reach out to me, and I think I do have your email address, because I think you and I switched some things before. I'll look for it, because I need to send you something on the side too. But look for it. It's coming. And if you don't get it, then email me, because you know that I'm looking to send you something. That means I didn't get it. I don't even know what I'm saying. The point is, if you don't get something,
just come to class. We're in class.
Yeah, I know I won't be there this coming Monday, because
I
will be traveling, so I don't get back until whenever. And this is the red box, the red box, and it's not my,
Don't
anyway.
come to class. I won't be there.
Yeah,
not for the red box.
Yeah, so ignore Angie's advice just then, because that won't work, because I won't be there. And it's never a good time if I'm not there. So.
True.
So sarcastic, aren't I? I'm just so egotistical. Actually, most people, if you know me, I'm not egotistical at all, generally speaking. But I play that way on TV. Now, my next question.
Let me say this: if Don invites you to come over and eat, then I'm coming over to eat too. Just so you know, I better not hear. Oh, Don said come over and do.
Yeah, I'll tell Kina it's the French chicken. She'll come running. She likes that. Carmela, general reading. My daughter passed away. Is she with me?
I immediately heard a yes, that she's always with you. She never left you. I feel like you are afraid to deal with those emotions. They're very painful. And so, although you want to connect with her, you are very deeply hurt, and you're thinking like it'll just keep bringing up that loss. It'll keep just bringing up that negativity instead of, and this is the word the spirit is using, honoring her memory and the joy that you had. Like, I feel like the sadness overshadows, and I don't feel like it's a thing that you do intentionally. It's just that when you think of her, you like, maybe you think of like, oh, this is a smile, or oh, this is a sweater, or oh, this is something that she would have wore. And so that immediately trails off into you remembering the death or the pain of the loss. And so I feel like the loss overshadows any connection that you could have with her. But I feel like she never left, and that she's like literally, the way they make it seem, is absorbed into you. And that's all I get. Like,
Carmela,
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I don't get an entity at all, but I do feel like, she's there.
Carmela, did you, was she buried with a piece of jewelry that you gave her, or do you have a piece of jewelry that she gave you? Because I'm getting the sense of a piece of jewelry, and it's more of I don't sense ring so much. It's more of a locket, like a locket, a gold chain locket situation. And I'm wondering if that's the energy I'm tapping into. The energy I'm tapping into that. But I'm with Angie, is that she's always around you. She is there. If you want to talk to her, if you want to communicate with her, the very first thing you should do is actually speak to her. She can hear you. And so speak to her, speak loudly, speak clearly, like you'd speak to anybody else. You may feel uncomfortable. You may feel like this is strange, but she will hear you. If you think it, there's no guarantees she will. But if you speak it, she will. And so listen, reach out to her, speak to her, and communicate with her directly, and then spend some time afterward that just being still and peaceful and listening for what comes to you. Now, any spirit, everybody has their different vocabulary when spirit talks to them. So when you get a response from spirit, it may not be, and most likely will not be, words, but you may get an image. You may get something may come on the radio, something may come on TV, something may move in the house at that very moment. And it could be a picture of them adjusting itself. It could be, and it doesn't adjust itself. It's them adjusting it, letting you know that they're there. It could be, again, if it's on the radio, it could be the sound of a song that that is, anyway, there's many different things, but the point is that yes, it does tend to. There are oh man, I can't think of it. There are many ways in which they can communicate with you. So open up your mind, close your mind to anything other than the peace around you. So therefore, you're open up your hearing and ready to receive, and not just hearing, but I don't mean hearing as in this. I mean hearing as in receiving, and you will be surprised. So that's anyway, that's what I'm getting. So again, listen, ask and then listen, and you may be very pleasantly surprised. So anything else you have there, Angie?
No, I just always feel like, yeah, like you said, there's many different ways, and if you settle in on one way, you're not going to receive. You need to be more receptive to all the different ways, and not like, I feel like even if she did, you will not. You will not. She says, "Well, I found out how she passed." I immediately, was there some kind of overdose or some kind of like, okay, I don't know. Um, Immediately when she said, "Well, I found out how she passed," I felt like overdose, some kind of something was given to her that caused this. I don't feel like it was. I don't know, but
so when you're asking if you'll find out how she passed, did she pass and they did not do an autopsy, or they haven't found her body, or she's disappeared? What's the situation that would leave you to not understanding how she passed? Because I'm kind of confused there.
like, I feel like something was given to her. I don't feel like, not an overdose as in she was a drug person. Like, I feel like something was given to her. Was this an older? Was this an adult child?
I'm not seeing answers to the questions yet. Maybe
Well,
it's a delay.
I don't feel like it was. At first, I felt like her. Initially, it felt like a little girl hugging her mom, but then I felt like it was like, maybe that's just her loving spirit with mom, and or that's how mom remembers her as her little girl. She said she was 27, so no, I don't feel like she overdosed on a substance. Like, maybe someone gave her something that caused an issue, but I don't know a reason why you wouldn't know, like if it was a gunshot or a stab wound or something like that. Like, is are you saying that it was something internal that you don't know? Like, I don't understand why you wouldn't know unless it was something like internal, or like they said it was natural causes, or they didn't say what it was. But I feel like I feel like a drink, like there was a drink, there was something put in the drink. That's how I feel like it is, but I'm not sure. That's just what I see. Um,
Again, Carmelo, when I see this again, it says, "Will I find out how she passed?" You're a parent. If you wanted to, if she passed,
Oh,
all the
she says the coroner don't know. So I definitely feel like something, a substance was poured into the drink.
so they did an autopsy, and the coroner can't figure out how she died. Interesting. So interesting.
It's been over a year. I don't feel like she like she seems young and vibrant. Like I feel like her hair was either blonde or a dark blonde. Like maybe sometimes it was highlighted blonde and sometimes it was just her natural darker color. Like after it grew out, she feels like a very vibrant spirit. She feels like a happy person, a naive, trusting person. Like like very trusting of like, oh, this is my group of friends. They won't do anything to harm me, and not knowing that it could have been that situation. Dark brown. So yeah, like I feel, yeah. So like the natural color. So I feel like I kind of saw highlights. So I don't know. I don't know. Um. So did she, like was she out? Like I feel like she was out and about, and you found out about it. I don't feel like she was at home when you found out about it. So I feel like she was out and about, and that's why it's such a mystery to you.
Well, I think that
Did she
the
say yes or no about the jewelry?
yes, she said there was no jewelry.
No, no jewelry.
Yeah.
She did it at home. She did it at home.
You mean died at home?
Oh God, I'm like,
There's probably an E miss there in typing. Died at home. Um, I thought I saw where she said that there was no jewelry. I can't find it, but I thought she had said no jewelry. Anyway, in front of her children and boyfriend. So she just, yeah. I'm surprised the corner can't find it because it seems very much like an aneurysm that just popped. But who am I? I'm not medical, so I don't know. But I'm getting the sense it's like an aneurysm that did boom and gun, So, but I do believe again, if you want to experience her, to know if she's there, she's there, and I'm telling you, she's there. So when you want to experience her, ask her, talk to her, communicate with her. You can ask her questions if you want, but make sure you silence your mind. Make sure that you open your mind to whatever image or whatever she can send to you, so where you'll connect with her, and she will communicate with you, but it probably will not be in words. It'll be in images, it'll be thoughts, it'll be ideas, it'll be symbols, those kind of things. So open your mind to that, be prepared for that. With that said, our next one, hopefully it helps you. Next one is Angela Applegate. And before Angela, there is somebody who asked earlier, they only saw one person or something on their stream. Yes, we stream to many different places. And so we have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, like 8 or 9 different streams running right now, 8 or 9 different platforms. So yeah, if you don't see anybody on your platform, that doesn't mean others aren't there. A lot of folks, when they know that the list is closed and they're not going to get a ring, they tend to want to jump off and go on. So we are getting close to the end. Angela will be our last one. And so there are a lot of people that have left. But yes, there are still people there. With that said, this is Angela's reading. And Angela's question is relationship reading or general. I got busy with dinner. I reviewed the last couple of hours and didn't see that you got to me. Did I make the list? So relationship reading, general reading. I guess the general reading about a relationship, her relationship, or a relationship. If we need to clarify that, Angela, if you want to clarify that, you can. If you're still, and I think you're here because I think I just saw her post. But if we got that right, you want a relationship reading, right?
um, there's a heavy darkness that I see. Like I see a deep darkness. Is how they're showing it to me, but it feels like it's your own personal journey that you have to go on. I feel like you are going through a lot of mental um anguish, but it's because of trauma. That's the best word I can use, is trauma that you have not dealt with. Like you've kind of pushed it down and packed it away, but that's not dealing with it. That's making it out of sight, out of mind. And so I feel like the next, and this is what I hear, the next year will be you working through that trauma in order to get to the other side, to get to a positive relationship. Um, I hear non-traditional healing. Like the healing that you get won't be from like you going to a doctor or a psychiatrist. It'll be a non-traditional healing that you'll go on. So I do see a relationship, but I feel like it's on the other side of dealing with all of your trauma and whatever is keeping you
If
turmoil,
we,
because I feel like you shut the emotions down immediately. And so that's why I don't see emotions and I see darkness. But the darkness is that you is what you're trying to be pulled out of. So that's how I see it. I do see a relationship, but I see it after the trauma is dealt with. So it's like I see this darkness, and then way on the other side of the darkness is a light that is to come. And that's all I get.
super. Well, I read for her significant other about 2 weeks ago, I think, at a clinic, a healing clinic that Tina did, and so I feel like I would be. I'm not sure I could separate the two when I'm reading. So I'm gonna go with your reading on that because again, I just kind of relived that relationship 2 weeks ago with him when I read, and so I don't know how to separate the two. So I think I'm gonna pass on that only because I don't know if I could give a good objective reading. I don't think I could do that right now. Only because of what I remember from that reading, which isn't a lot, but I do remember some things, which I usually don't, but I do this time. So, Angela, I hope you'll appreciate the fact that unfortunately I can't do that right now. So, anything else you have to maybe?
But that was kind of a good thing. Like it's to come on the other side of healing. Like it's
Mhm.
coming. But I do feel like your healing is going to be a year long journey. Like whoever this person is, I see maybe 2023, 2024. I don't feel like it's an immediate thing because I do feel like there's a lot of, but I don't feel like you're resentful to whatever this thing is. I feel like you're kind of open to it, but it's still a scary journey that you're going to have to go through. So you're going to go through it, and on the other side of it will be a positive relationship. She said, "How about work?" They show me a big reception area, and like you're at the front area talking to someone, and you're really excited when you're at work, or you're really on a higher vibration when you're at work. Like you really seem to be into your work. And so I see you at this bit, like there's a big reception area, and I see you standing there greeting people or talking to this person at the front office. Like you really seem to be connected with this person, like it's a confidant or somebody that you enjoy talking to. I don't see that there's any negativity at work. It seems to me, it feels like they're showing me the four of coins, so it seems to be like even killed to me. I don't see that there's any um like what is four steady. It seems to be steady to me. That's what I kind of feel like it's steady. I don't feel like there's any like I don't know that you're looking for a new job, and I don't feel like there's anything that I don't feel like there's anything that is really happening sad at work or that is happening out of the ordinary at work. So I think that to me, work seems fine and steady, and that there's no serious situation that is causing, because I don't see a new job and I don't see you leaving that job. It just feels steady, even like it's a straight line to me. And that's all I get about work.
I shuffled the cards and I've got the change card, and so I don't know if you're looking at maybe eventually changing careers, doing something a little different. If so, then it says get moving and try to do it, because the energy is good for that. There's a lot of obstacles ahead for you if you do that, though. So it's not going to be an easy transition. So if you want to do, if that is what you're thinking about doing, then know that this is a good energy for it. But again, you have things to do, and it's going to help you to think things differently, because again, there's change coming. But that's what I'm seeing. And then of course, ultimately is the rise above card, which is in this case, the seven of wands. And so, yeah, you can rise above it. So if you've been looking at maybe thinking about career change or making a change, the energy is there for it, but it's not going to be a smooth transition. It's going to take some time and effort and work. That's about all that I'm getting. Anything else you have, Angie?
No, I don't have anything else.
Okay, super. Well, that is it. I think we are pretty much done our list. This is probably the shortest we've done. We are not over 4 hours today. That's a kind of a good thing. So with that said, we will get out of here. Angie, have a great rest of the week. Again, I'm out of here for the weekend. I've got to go to someplace else and do some business. Not looking forward to the travel. I truly am not. But anyway, it's got to be done, if you know what I mean. So I will be missing tomorrow. Anybody pops in tomorrow, you won't see me, but Shauna can
I'll be there to support Shauna. I will, pop in and, be lighthearted, and that's it. I can't participate because I'll be working, but I will be watching also. So
exactly.
Anybody who missed the list today, please go over to Shauna's page, Naturally Divine Goddess. Is that what it is? Naturally Divine Goddess. She will be live tomorrow on Twitch, on YouTube, and Facebook. Also,
yeah. I'm wondering, one of them, maybe it's Facebook, has a little different name, but if you search enough, you're going to find it anyway. Because I think she's under one of those. She has to call it something different because the name was already taken. So
okay.
So, but
I'm pretty sure that on Facebook and Twitch is Naturally Divine Goddess.
Yeah.
I think so.
And the other one's like Divine Goddess 888 or something
Oh, okay,
like
okay, yeah. Well, she'll be on live tomorrow during readings, and we will all be in the room.
Yes, and then we will be back here next week, same bat time, same bat channel, and hopefully with a different kind of energy than this week. Either that, or I'm going to bring scissors so I can cut through the energy, because it was heavy this week.
That new moon is no joke. I'm just going. Woo, crazy. Okay.
So with that said, we'll let you all go. Have a great night. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, follow, and all of those things. Take care, everybody. See you next week.
Bye. Bye.